Welcome.
What'd you do? What'd you touch?
3rd and 3 on a big play across the middle, and it's complete and caught out there at the 41-yard line. So Chaminade had to take a timeout, Kirk, and you know, when you're on the road like this and you don't have all of your ducks in a row, it's not uncommon to call a quick timeout and say, look, first drive on the road at BHS, highly publicized game, and it paid off, got the first down.
Absolutely, especially on a big 3rd and 3 early in the football game. Coach didn't like what he saw. Take the timeout, make sure you get it. Great execution by Chaminade, and a big first down at the 41-yard line.
1st and 10. Quick little pass out to the far side, caught at the 40-yard line, looking for some more yardage, wrapped up pretty quickly, but it was caught out there by Wilson. Just underway here at Bakersfield College Memorial Stadium, House of the Renegades. But tonight it's the Drillers, and they are taking on the Eagles from Chaminade. Just underway, 2nd and probably 6 here. First drive of the football game. Now he gets up right behind center. Quick little keep, nothing big.
Trying to test the middle early in the game. Multiple formations, trying to move in and out. There they line up in the big wide splits in the shotgun. Quarterback comes up. Second time they've run that early in the game. Vance come right up underneath, take the ball from center, just a little sniff, get into the A gap and try to get those linemen pushing on that big defensive line for their Drillers.
Brevin White, very talented quarterback on a 3rd and 5. Now here come the Drillers. No, they back up. White looks to his left, throws to his left. Should have been picked off almost. And they throw the flag. Oh, boy, and I can guarantee you this.
Bishop Maxwell?
Yeah, he's thinking, no way did I have an infraction there.
I have to agree. Early in the football game, getting a little bit too involved. A very 50-50 ball. Quick little slant. Maxwell's in the hip pocket, reaches with the upfield arm and touches it. He's going over to the referee to ask him for a little bit of clarification right there. But I tell you what, that looked like really good defense by the Drillers.
Well, it's the KernHigh.org website that we're working off, the Kern County the Kern High School District. We're both Kern High School District alum, so this is about as homer of announcing gig as you're going to get. Chaminade at Bakersfield.
Let's not call it homer. Let's call it slanted.
Here's the thing. If it would have been interference, I'd have said, yeah, he got him. You know me. You know me, but I don't think he did. Look at this. 1st and 10 at the Drillers' 39-yard line. Here come the Panthers. Low throw to the far side, incomplete. It was dropped, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Again, we're just underway here, Coach.
Chaminade, wide splits, half roll, get the quarterback outside the blitz. They got the blitz coming from the bottom side. Coach Gola's defense coming from this weak side, the short side of the field. The Chaminade side forcing the quarterback outside the pocket, little half roll, 2-man route. Threw it where only his guy could get it, went down, and the ball fell harmlessly to the ground. If you're a Chaminade fan, setting up a 2nd down for the Driller defense.
White, the quarterback, has one back on his right hip. In motion, he's going to send Griffin. Griffin goes in motion. They stay on the ground, and it's going to be White with a keeper. He slides down just shy of the first down marker. Didn't want to take a big hit, so that'll be 3rd and short.
White's been a little bit erratic early in the season. Obviously, 53% so far this season, but he's one of their big-time recruit guys and a big-time player with him. Gets to the edge, sees what he can get, gets 7 yards, setting up this manageable 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. White has one running back on his left hip. That's Pledger, another super scary running back. He goes in motion. White throws over here to the side to Pledger. Pledger makes one move, 2 moves, and he finally picks up the first down about the 24-yard line. Good downfield blocking, and he picked it up.
Catching the Drillers in a man situation, trips to the short side of the field, motion the back out of the backfield to make it quads to that side. No inside linebacker or outside linebacker checked his responsibility to run with the back out in the flat. It's a one-on-one situation. 3 really good receivers, stock blocks out wide, and a big first down for Chaminade.
And it's Pledger again. He gets the run, and it's going to get up to about the 15-yard line. Flag coming in really late, and boy, it's getting chippy out there early. 8:47 left in this first quarter, and it's already getting a bit testy out there.
I'll tell you what, the referee's arm's in good shape this early in the season.
Well, it's late season in baseball, so, you know.
That was a 40-yard throw from the
Here's a
goal line.
hold on Chaminade. That'll slow the progress down a little bit. Once again, everybody, welcome. Great to have you with us here on KernHigh.org. Vance Palm, Kirk Boyer, Kevin Willey. We are stoked to be bringing you this big-time football game on a Thursday night at Memorial Stadium.
On the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the
So with 8:47 to go in this first quarter, it'll slow the Chaminade Eagles down. We'll talk a little bit about these teams when we get our first break, but it's been a race ever since the kickoff. White in the shotgun. Play action, wants to throw. Runs out of space, runs out of time, and some poor tackling attempts by the Drillers. And it picks up at least 8 yards.
Really good penetration, just kind of came back through, and I think the defensive lineman reached out with that offhand, and the quarterback wanted to have no part of that. White just ran through that arm tackle, was able to, again, fall forward in the pocket for 5 or 6 yard gain.
No huddle offense. Pledger, the one back there with him. Oh, it looked like an unexpected snap, and it was a bad play from the beginning. The snap came and looked like a little too early.
A little bit too early, and the Drillers really did a good job from the, again, this time Vance from the wide side of the field, overload blitz, brought 3, only able to block 2. The third man got through in the backfield, met it, negative 4 yard loss. Now you're right back to that same situation you were 2 series ago, 3rd and 7. And Coach Gola calls timeout this time.
Well,
he didn't like what he saw.
Well, they had Ryan Stevens in there. Different quarterback went in there, and he got behind center, so they're throwing in 2 QBs, and Coach Gola or somebody up top said, hey, hold it a minute. This is something we haven't seen. They put in Ryan Stevens in QB and 2 backs behind him, so a completely different formation. We get another timeout, chance to welcome everybody. Nice football game on a Thursday night. Couldn't be a more beautiful night. My partner, Kirk Boyer, West High Viking. Kevin Willie to my left, West High Viking. I'm an Arvin Bear, so 3 Kern High School District products. So happy and proud to bring you this live streaming football game on Thursday night. Tomorrow night, well, we've got a big weekend of football, my man. Tomorrow night, Clovis at Stockdale. We'll talk about that later on in the evening. Some big games tomorrow night around Kern County and high school. And then this team that owns this stadium, the Renegades, will be on the road to call their game at Riverside. So, boy, it's that time of year. Looks like Chaminade travels well. They've got their pet band. Sounds great. They're right below us.
Absolutely. Well-respected team, ranked 20th in the state. Not that I'm a big ranking guy, but early in the football season, one tough loss, at Oaks Christian earlier in the season to start the season. It was a back-and-forth football game. Big third down right here, Vance. You're kind of in no man's land as far as kicking the football if you're a Chaminade fan.
They come back out with their regular quarterback, White, in the shotgun. He rolls to his right, wants to throw, gets it out there, and it is, almost caught. Ooh, boy, and should have been caught. The receiver out there is Jamil Pinkett. He's thinking to himself, man, I should have had it, but McNeil got out there and made something happen. Great stop by the Drillers.
Mason Hugh for the defensive side. I'll take the opposite side. Came in late, kind of got turned around, but came in late with that upfield arm and knocked that down, sweep the arms really hard, Vance, to put it on. And I take it back. They're going to line up and try to kick this thing from 41, Vance.
Well, interesting note. This kicker, highly acclaimed soccer player in the area. So this will be a 39-yarder to test him out. Jake Kotlow gets it up, and it's blocked. It's blocked. And it's no good. So the Drillers get in, penetrate, and they block the kick of Galbo.
Galbo was had a long of 48 already this season, and really a really good kicker, 12 for 12 on his PATs. It is only the 4th week of the season for them, but a great tip at the line of scrimmage to kind of fade it. He still had enough power on it, Vance. It got to the goal line with enough air underneath it to be good, but it bounced a little bit left, and the Drillers thwarted it away.
Well, Coach, good sign if you're a Driller fan, because for all intents and purposes, Chaminade was moving the football pretty well. They had a tough penalty called on them to stop their momentum, but here come the Drillers. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 7:40 to go in this first quarter, and they start off on the pitch to the far side, cuts back up. Hey, not a bad job, a 5-yard gain right there. So nice start there for the Drillers, and that's Bishop Maxwell.
Maxwell's that fullback, lines up right behind Moran at quarterback. Just turn, quick little hitter, and all he's looking for is a little bit of a seam, Vance, and just following those offensive guards and centers wherever they can kind of create a little bit of a seam for him. He's going to follow it.
2nd and 5, quick little pass. They look to throw. They stop. They go downtown with it, little pump fake, but the receiver stopped, didn't keep running. So Justin McGill says, can't get that one. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. We saw what the play was supposed to be from up there.
Yeah, they're just going to go a little stop and go, try to get him early in the football game jumping. Nobody really had any jump on it. Nobody really spun out of the route. Fell harmlessly to the ground, and a manageable 3rd and 5.
Moran, the quarterback. That's Josh Moran. He takes a quick look. 7:08 to go in this first quarter. The Drillers on their first drive, 3rd and 5 from the 25-yard line. Moran gets back under center. Moran wants to keep it himself. He gets swallowed up, so a great read by that Eagles defense, and that's going to be an easy call for Coach Gola.
Absolutely. Big number 50 right in the middle of that. Cole Hennigan, 6'1", 275-pound junior on a little twist, cross face in the center and immediately in the backfield and able to swallow up Moran, knocking him down. So Drillers don't have quite as much success as Chaminade did with 3 first downs in their first drive. The Drillers are 3 and out here on the punt, backed up, Vance. But again, their defense will be back on the field.
6.5 to go here in this first quarter. Drillers are going to punt the football away. Wobbly snap. Oh, but a nice punt. Nice little bay.
Absolutely. A great job by Olivas getting the ball out on time and on rhythm. 5, 10, 15, 20. I think I'm going to end up being about 52 yards with the roll. There is a hanky down there on the 35-yard line, Vance.
Plinkett played around with it for a second. Let's see what this call is. It's going to be a holding on Chaminade. So salt on the wound there for the Eagles. They're going to back it up even further. Let's see if this Driller defense can pounce on them early and get that ball back.
Now backed up, you'll have a great opportunity for Coach Gola to see what he wants to do and how he wants to attack it. Does he sit back and play a little bit of base, or does he bring one of those exotic blitzes that he's very famous for?
We have a hold on Chaminade. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
So first and forever, if they want to think pay dirt, with 6:15 to go here in this first quarter, the Drillers have an opportunity here to make their stand on defense and get this ball back in decent field position. Quarterback, Brevin White, stands in the shotgun at his 5-yard line. Pledgler on his right side. Sends one back in motion. They throw out to the far side. It's a dangerous pass out there. Well, when you throw that stretch pass way out to the far side and you're at your own 5-yard line,
Great play by Jackson Parks. Flipped my script there. Vance, Caden Ochoa screaming up, 5'10", 185-pounder, coming up inside out and able to evade the block and take him down for a 2-yard loss.
3 receivers down here to the bottom side of the field, the left side if you're on the offense. White takes the snap. He goes to the left side, throws it out to Pledgett. The running back's going to run out of real estate unless he makes some fancy moves. And boy, does he ever. Man, that is one nifty guy. We thought he was down at the 12. He picks up the first down.
Well, Pledger's their guy. He's their playmaker. 30 carries, 233 yards, 6 touchdowns already this season. One of the bigger recruits down there as a 5'9", 175-pound junior, but a really shifty and nifty player out there. But again, they caught him in the trips to the wide side of the field, motioned him out of the backfield, and no one ran with him from the Bakersfield secondary. So they're numbered up man-on-man, 3-on-3 out there, and Pledger's free. 2 great stock blocks inside and a great job by the outside receiver squeezing that in and creating a little bit more room outside.
On the defense. 15 yards.
No, boy, dead ball personal foul. So it's been somewhat of an officious first quarter here. A lot of flags. I count that as 8 penalties already in this first quarter. And after a long catch and run by Pledgler, 15 more added. Play action out to the far side. Pledger and great open field tackle out there. Oh, what a beautiful job out there by Caden Ochoa. Again, quick read.
Well, a great read recognition there. They finally made the adjustment when they went with that motion and tried to get him in his hands again. Had him outnumbered, not that time. Ochoa inside out, perfect technique, and more importantly than that, able to knock him down for a 4-yard loss. This is where you want to try to get the Chaminade team backed up against the sticks, although they've had a couple successes digging out with the penalties.
5-minute mark here left in this first quarter. No score. 2nd and 14 for the Eagles. 2 backs back there with White. He drops back, wants to throw deep across the middle, floats it out there, has his man. His man is open. Can he get to the end zone? Yes, he will. A long touchdown pass. It is complete, and that's a TD to Michael Wilson. We heard the offensive coordinator up here next to us saying, a man's going to be open, a man's going to be open, and he was. Touchdown, Chaminade.
Man-on-man protection in that situation, so you're bringing the extra defender to blitz to try to create a little bit of heat on the quarterback. When the heat doesn't get there and you're in man-on-man situation, it's going to be a post there. The corner fell down on the backside, skinny post, beautiful ball up in the air where his guy could go get it, made the final defender miss, and a big play by Chaminade.
Sure did. PAT team not ready to go. They shift over. It'll be a 1-point PAT attempt. So Wilson with the long touchdown catch. That was a big one, probably 55 yards. Here's the snap, the hold, and it is through. We have our first score of the game, 7-0. Chaminade leads. The DB for the Drillers did fall down, did slip, made it awfully easy for the catch. But you called it, Coach, one-on-one man coverage, and the Eagles up first, 7-0 here on KernHigh.org.
Great protection by the big offensive line for Chaminade there. 6'4", 255 across the front, 6'5", 305. You got 6'3", 295 Vance. You got another big one on the other side at 6'3", 270 pounds. So a lot of beef up front, able to pick up the blitz, create a little bit of a pocket, allow the quarterback to step up and throw a perfect strike in man-on-man coverage. And Chaminade's on the board here with 4:45 left in the first quarter. Drillers break the sideline. Ball will be placed on the left hash, the near hash to the Chaminade side. Chaminade guys in a horseshoe behind him. 5 across the front for Bakersfield High. Deep to receive the kick for the Drillers. Number 11, Justin McGill, the junior, 6 foot, 175 pounder, resting at the 2-yard line.
Well, we talk about it. Chaminade travels well, about 30 cheerleaders, the pep band. This is a school with a lot going on. Here's the kick. It's a long one. It's a deep one.
Man, I tell you what, Vance, I can't really talk about it enough. When you got these kickers nowadays, the soccer players that come out and kick the football and they can just drive it through, it is a big-time game changer, because if you still go back in high school, first of all, the ball gets into the end zone. Any part of the ball gets into the end zone, it's automatically dead. Safety feature there, but it comes only out to the 20-yard line. It's a great opportunity for young guys to get involved in this game, and a great kick right there. And the Drillers will start here on their muddle huddle, 5 yards at the 15. They'll start 1st and 10 from the 20.
Here we go, 1st and 10. See if the Drillers can answer. Josh Moran, the QB. Will he keep it? Will he pitch? He decides to keep it. Gets maybe 2 yards.
Really good discipline from the Chaminade defense. You know, the dive option series is very difficult, Vance. First of all, you have the dive right down the middle. Now you got the quarterback with the option and the pitch. And Chaminade so far tonight has really done a good job on the fullback, which is the key. If you can stop the fullback, it really slows the option down and those things. But man-on-man so far, inside out, a very good job by the Chaminade D.
4:20 to go here in this first quarter. Moran wants to throw. The ball's dropped. Had his man, found his man at about the 25-yard line. It was Maxwell. Ball was dropped. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. So already another quick 3rd down situation. 4:17 to go in this first quarter. Once again, welcome everybody. Vance Palm, Kirk Boyer, Kevin Willey, bringing you KernHigh.org live, streaming high school sports, and a lot more coming. Get ready. All right, 3rd and 9. Officially, Moran drops back, wants to throw deep, pump fakes, throws down the sideline, and flag comes out.
Oh, wow.
Coach Gola was asking for it, and they got it. He basically shoved the Driller or nudged the Driller out of bounds, and that's the call.
Definitely referee involvement there. It looked like really good inside press coverage. I wasn't on that sideline, but they were cheering for it and wanted it, and it's a flag. And the bigger thing is for the that's going to take a little bit tonight.
Yeah,
but for the Driller fans that are out there, did force him out of bounds. Referee threw the flag. It extends the drive via penalty, but the first down of the night for the Drillers. Sorry.
For those of you that might be watching from out of town, maybe you're a Chaminade family or friend, and this is where our home college, the Bakersfield College Renegades, play their football games. Kirk and I are the voices of the Renegades, so we spend a lot of time in this horseshoe football gem of a stadium, and it's the Renegades, so might not be, hey, quit messing up, will you?
Exactly.
Look, I never mess up on the air, ever, KB. Here comes Moran. He rolls, has some space and some time, a dangerous throw across the middle, and a big hit at the end of it delivered out there. It was intended for Gavin Dingle, but bootleg to his left, threw across his body, and Dingle took a shot.
Again, late. He did Moran did a great job of squaring his shoulders, running away to get the ball back, but that late throw back up over the middle just sailed just a touch in between the two safeties and knocked the receiver down, fell harmlessly to the ground. Now the Renegades break with 3 to this side, Vance.
4 minutes to go in this first quarter, 2nd and 10. Kirk just said 3 down here to the right side. Moran looks to cut upfield, looks to get up to the middle and picks up maybe 4. It's going to be 3rd and probably 5 as we dip below the 4-minute mark here at Bakersfield College Memorial Stadium. The crowd's still coming in. I look back behind me. There's still some fans trying to get in the turnstiles here. Should be a nice turnout, nice attendance here on a Thursday night. Looks like a lot of fun. 3rd and 6, they say. Officially 3rd and 6. I believe it's an important 3rd down here for the Drillers. Moran looks back, wants to throw to the left side, gets it. Can we get the first down out of it? We do. So a good quick call and a first down for the Drillers. Nice job. He didn't hesitate, got it out there quickly, and yards after the catch, big there.
Absolutely, a great little pitch. Taj Wright, he has 3 receptions coming in, now has 4, already has a touchdown, but the 5'11", 165-pound sophomore, very quick. Just a little stop route at the sticks, made the defender miss. Safety came up over the top, knocked him out of bounds. Now the Drillers have 2 first downs.
3:20 to go in this first quarter. 7-0. Chaminade leads, but the Drillers now have the ball at Chaminade 45-yard line. Moran, everybody tucked in tight. What's he going to do? He hands off the ball up the middle. Nice little run by the Drillers. Hey, look at this. Good carry. Some big positive yards out there by Remington Kendrick. Big first down, and that was a punch in the gut right there for the Drillers against Chaminade.
Just come right back into that belly series, right up in that right guard, able to fall through. Good little push by that right guard in the center there, creating a little bit of a seam. Back follows right through it, and a nice 12-yard gain.
3 minutes to go here in this first quarter, 1st and 10. Moran has only one back behind him, sends one in motion. Moran hands the ball off out to the 25-yard line. The Drillers get 5 out of that. Now they're starting to kind of get, you see it clicking now, Coach. You can start to see it click.
Well, again, Trayvon Jackson, Vance, 5'8", 190, really gets down in there low behind those big offensive linemen, kind of ran into the back of his own guy, but kept his feet going as he bounced to the outside. But a good 4-yard first down, gain on first down.
2nd and 6. Moran's got everybody tucked in tight there. So they stay on the ground with it. Maybe get a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Oh, they gave him 3 on that. Wow. I'll take it. Didn't think he got that much, so that changes the complexion just a little bit. Brings up 3rd and 3. I thought it'd be more like 3rd and 6. So I'm a broken. We don't even use records anymore. I'm a broken. I can't even say DVD, can I?
No, you're struggling. I'm 52 and 55 for Chaminade down there. They're the key 2 cogs, the 1 and the 3 technique inside against that.
Moran with a nice inside slant pass, gets it. Look at this. What a nice first down, and that's Isaiah Figueroa. I believe it was Figueroa. Wow, that was nice. Just a quick look inside.
Just a one-step throw, catch the ball on the run. It's a semblance of the bubble screen, matched up man, but you're going to catch it, square your shoulders, and keep running. An extension of the run game. Just a nice little long handoff and a big first down.
First down, Drillers. They have the gray-blue unis. Moran gets right behind center. Shifting line from Chaminade. They take a look for a second as Moran steps back up. He looks over very quickly at Shane Jones. Handoff up the middle. Big, strong power run out there. Boy, I like that. Joseph Conley. Woo! Nice, big, tough, strong run.
Absolutely. 5'9", 202 again. Shorter back, very, very explosive. Shot out of that stance again. Got in behind that left guard in the center this time, Vance. So again, just that zero belly option, having some success running the football right at the Chaminade defense.
2nd and 1. They can get a first down. Moran right behind center. Will he keep? No, he pitches. They want to get in the end zone, and they're going to. Will he get across? He does. Touchdown, Drillers. We've got no cannon, but I'll say boom.
Shane Jones, again, just a quick little toss sweep, just trying to get Shane to the edge, gets out to the numbers, plants off the outside foot, runs through an arm tackle at about the 4-yard line and into the end zone for a big touchdown. The Drillers answer the quick strike by Chaminade in 7-6 with 48 seconds left here in the first quarter, Vance. The Drillers line up to kick the PAT.
Wow, great start. Olivas with the kick. Oh, and it's blocked, and you can see it coming the entire way. It's basically he was like sprinting to the sidelines. Oh, and on the way by, I'll just go ahead and block the kick. Michael Wilson, the talented receiver, just kind of ran by and said, I'll just block the kick too. 7-6, Hikes.
That won't be something that Coach Gold is very excited about early in the football game. Those little mental mistakes of that not at least not getting a chip or a hand on the edge there and not being able to knock it off course, but the ball fell harmlessly to the ground. Now the Drillers are down 1, kicking. On a perfect night, Vance. You talk about perfect nights, not a breath of wind up here. I was up here, you were down there hobnobbing on the sideline. Saw a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sunset out there. Great drive by the Drillers and answering the quick strike. Sometimes in those quick strike situations, your team's knocked back off their heels. The Drillers answered, and it all got started with that push foul out of bounds. The first down of the game was a penalty for the Drillers, but the next 3 or 4 were all run game, quick pass, and then finally a toss sweep into the end zone.
Here's the kickoff. 7-6, Chaminade leads by 1.
Another
As
ball.
Kirk just mentioned, well, less than a week ago, we were up on top of the Dameron deck, and we weren't seeing quite those long kicks, and it's nice to see it tonight. So with 48 seconds to go here in this first quarter, you're watching KernHigh.org. This is the Kern High School District's presentation of live streaming sports. Tonight it's Thursday night football. Drillers of Bakersfield High School hosting the Chaminade Eagles at Bakersfield College. My halftime guest will be the principal of Bakersfield High School, David Reese. Certainly looking forward to that. Really nice interview with a quality dude. Can't wait. Old buddy of mine. Can't wait. And we have movement by Chaminade, so that's going to push them back a little bit further. And we would like to think that starting with really poor field position will help the Drillers if it's Chaminade, but they went 95 yards and scored on a long bomb touchdown. So they will get moved back a little bit. So their second series in a row, they're starting with a 5-yard penalty. Now it'll be 1st and 15 from the 15. Last time they did this, they got moved back to the 5. We're thinking, all right, here we go,
yeah,
good.
exactly.
But they went 95 yards and scored. So White, nobody in the backfield next to him. He's got everybody spread out across this line of scrimmage. Now White looks to the left. Will he throw to the left? He will. He is an absolutely super accurate passer. He puts it right where his receivers need it to keep running. As you say, he throws them into it, and that was Stewart with that reception.
Great job by Stewart, just running a little out cut against the zone coverage. A nice little easy pitch and catch, and 7 yards on first down, and right back on the line of scrimmage. Here comes Chaminade.
White's in trouble. That was a broken play. Something happened there. Didn't look good, but he went down for a big loss.
Absolutely. Well, the pressure came immediately, and they were manned up on the front side. He was just going to try to throw that bubble again out to the wide side. He saw that the corner had fought through the block of the receiver, was in the backfield. So for him, smart play to take it down. And if you're a Driller fan, really good news there. The backside defensive end was immediately there to swallow him up.
He looked over there and said, "Oh, it's not there this time."
Yeah, I'm not throwing that pick in this red zone. So again, a very, very smart play. Probably take it down and run us out of the quarter.
If they even get it off, they come to the line of scrimmage. It'll be close if they decide to get it off, and they're not going to. So that's the end of the quarter. Once again, if you're just getting to the computer or your phone, however you're doing this, welcome. KernHigh.org is where you're at. You need to be telling your friends and relatives all about it. We are just starting to get some momentum and some steam with this new venture of the Kern High School District. The phones are ringing. The texts are coming through. The emails are coming. Social networks happening. I posted on Facebook that we're doing this game, and bam, I get tons and tons of can't wait, looking forward to it. My partner, Kirk Boyer, played football for West High School, Bakersfield College, and Cal Poly. Kevin Willey handling all of our technical aspects. You talk about a superstar tonight. He texted me at 5:30. You want the table here? You want it there? Where are you at? What do you want to do? Kevin, thank you. You're part of the trio here that gets this thing rolling. Appreciate it. And talk about thanking some people. Let's do it right now because it's going to be a busy halftime and a busy fourth quarter. First of all, from the Kern High School District, Brian Schaefer, the superintendent. Thank you, sir. Brenda Lewis, the assistant superintendent of instruction. Stan Green, director of school support services, kind of the heart and soul of this whole deal. And Dean McGee, the assistant superintendent of educational services and innovative programs. Once again, my halftime guest will be the principal of Bakersfield High School, David Reese, Foothill Trojan. He was the assistant coach for that 1988 state championship team with Dan Shannon. Longest tenured principal in the Kern High School District. And Sharp as a razor. Can't wait to interview him. Here we go. 3rd and 11. Big play for both teams to start this first quarter. Chaminade leads 7-6. First play of the second quarter. White in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks left, looks right, drops back. He's in trouble, but he evades one. He invades another. Will he get rid of it? He does throw it, and he throws it out of bounds. Almost picked off. But, boy, he took a shot at the end of the play. No flag, and good pressure up there, and a nice big hit by Ryan White.
White started at the left side of the center, looped all the way back around immediately in the face of the quarterback, and then pursued him all the way to the sidelines to knock him out of bounds and get a shot. Those are the kind of things you want to do. But a great job by the Chaminade quarterback evading the rush and getting rid of the football, throwing it where only his guy had an opportunity. And now the Drillers have forced the first punt of the game and good field position and opportunity to flip-flop the field here and take advantage of it. Bobbled snap.
Bad punt, wobbly punt. This thing's got no legs. And it's going to go down at the 39-yard line for Chaminade. Wow, what a great opportunity for the Drillers.
Really a good snap. It hit him right in the hands, Vance, but sometimes those perfect ones spin out of your hands, spun out of it, and then all of a sudden your brain's going, oh my gosh, I got to get rid of this football, extends it, and kind of got it too far away from his foot, kind of little toe shank over there like you would hit it to the 39-yard line. Drillers flip-flop the field, have a real big opportunity here to make something happen very early in the second quarter.
Coach Boyer, offensive coordinator, real quick, what's your call right now?
Well, I think if you're a Driller, I'd be a little bit different. Sometimes these quick strike situations, you'd like to take a chance, but I think you're going to see the Drillers line up and try to meatball it right up in the middle, right in that A-gap.
Moran, there's movement, there's trouble, there's all kinds of stuff going on there. The last thing in the world they wanted was this.
The other thing is that ball on the ground. That's always scary. I think they're going to get backed up, no doubt, Vance.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5 yards, still first down.
Well, that's no good.
One of those big boys up front was excited. They called that number to where he was going to get to going, and he got ahead of Mr. Moran's count there just a little bit.
All right, so now it's 1st and 15. All things equal, it still looks pretty good here. Moran behind quarterback, and there's movement again. No flag. Oh, we got lucky. Drillers got lucky on that. A quick pass out here to the near side, and there was movement again, but no call.
Yeah, that was worse than the last one, really.
Yeah,
right. The referee was just tucking his hanky back in there, so he missed it.
Seriously, though, Coach, they better get things tightened up here on their calls.
Well, it's one of the things in trying to go from 5 yards off, and you're trying to get on the ball immediately, and when the quarterback makes that cadence, you're trying to jump off, but you still have to have the poise for everybody to set in there and get ready to go.
2nd and 8. Moran's got everybody back there with him. He stops for just a second. Now he gets back. He's got 2 receivers, one split out to each side, just underway in the second quarter. Now he gets behind center. Quick look to the right side, and it's going to be a good pass. Big hit, and the crowd's going to let everybody know it's a big hit, but it's a first down.
Wing bubble. Lined up as the wing back in that situation. Been a blocker on the touchdown, threw a really good block. In that case, again, looked up, caught the football right in front of the outside linebacker, took a shot, but secured it and moved the sticks.
Man, hats off to.
But he didn't get the first.
Oh, he did not. And he caught the ball. Ooh, boy. Hats off to him. He knew he was going to get popped. 3rd and 1. Will it be Moran? Will it be the back behind him? Everybody shifts. They're going to pitch it. They're going to go for the tough one. Ooh, and they get it with a pitch to the near side. And a really nice run, a nice little hop by Bishop Maxwell.
Maxwell does a great job when he secures that ball of seeing the two-way go. By getting the width, Vance, and getting outside there, he's given himself a two-way go, an inside or an outside lane. That time the inside lane was closed, he was able to plant and get forward off of it and get just enough to make the sticks move. Drillers are still moving.
1st and 10, Coach. The ball on the 27-yard line of Chaminade. Nice effort here by the Drillers. Moran wants to throw, drops back, has a man, throws it to the corner. It is up, and it is just over everybody's hands, which is smart. Nobody had a shot at it. But, man, these speedy DBs for Chaminade, they're no joke.
Yeah, Josh did a really good job of play faking inside, but the good job by the Chaminade linebackers and safety staying home. Man-to-man coverage, threw a ball in the back of the end zone where only his guy could go get it on the go route, trying to hit number 22 again, Taj Wright, the sophomore, on a speedy little vertical go route there. Over the top, Moran falls to the ground, first down. Now you're back to second down.
Jones in the slot back there, number 6. He goes in motion. Moran pitches to Jones. Jones looks to get outside. Jones running out of real estate, but somehow he finds 2 or 3 yards. But, boy, that Chaminade defense, the quickest we've seen so far on Friday night, although tonight's Thursday. They're pretty fast.
Well, and I got to go back to the base fundamentals again. You got to play the dive first, and the dive's the number one thing. Linebackers got to do a good job on the quarterback and then make him pitch the ball, and then your safeties and your corners have to come out on the pitch man. Very, very well strung out by the Chaminade defense. And a little late shift, you're starting to see them line up in a 6-man front, 4-4, walk the outside linebackers up. Late, they're shifting them out, trying to create a little bit of confusion on that BHS defensive line. And in that case, they did, and I believe they're going to back the Drillers up again.
Well, and you know, I was just going to mention that they're in that that no man's land right there. Well, Carson Olivas has a nice leg, but now they're getting a tad out of range here. They're at the 30-yard line now. It'll bring up 3rd and 12. 3rd and 13, they say officially. It's at the 29-yard line, so they've got 13 yards to get a first down on this 3rd down. Moran gets behind center. Drops back, has good protection. He runs to the right side, had a lot of room, but instead he threw a nice pass behind, but it was a little bit behind him. Had a man open. It would have been 1st and goal from the 3, but it was dropped. Shoot.
I think that's one Josh is going to want to have back to reset. Just take one more step, kind of square that shoulder up so we can throw it to the front shoulder instead of the back shoulder right there. But a good opportunity early, a great little play action pass. And again, I thought Josh had the ability, if it wouldn't have been 4th and 14, to actually maybe run for 8 or 9 yards, but not quite enough. Olivas is on the field with the tee from the 37, Vance.
Ooh, this would be nice.
Long of the season so far is 44, so this will extend his long if he's able to make this.
High snap, and it is low, and it is no-go. So Chaminade will take over at the 38-yard line. So with 10:10 to go in the first half, the Drillers sputtered out there when they had a nice thing going. 7-6 Chaminade. Yeah, doggone it. We had a nice little groove. A couple of penalties, stopped the momentum. Had a nice look down there on the 5-yard line for a nice, maybe even a touchdown pass if he gets it up high enough.
Yeah, just some little operational errors there with a couple jump starts that kind of put you back behind the sticks. They kind of got ahead of it again, and then they got backed up a touch. So, again, good movement of the football for the Drillers. Now that defense is back out on the field at the 20-yard line.
A pitch, haven't seen that. Great reaction by the Driller defense. And, boy, Coach, it looked like the pitch was almost like right behind him, directly behind him, instead of like in an angle.
Yeah, Cam Williams had no part of it. He was coming from the weak side outside. That's sight recognition of the formation and what they're doing. They got a little bit of the Drillers there lined up with the tailback 7 yards deep, the quarterback under center, just a quick toss, but Williams had no part of it. He was coming all the way downhill all the time and tackled it deep into the backfield.
New quarterback, Ryan Stevens. Well, he was out there before but never got the playoff in the first quarter. Now he gets behind center. They keep everything tucked in. No receiver down the line. And another quick little pitch right behind him. And, wow, no wonder. That is the aforementioned T.J. Pledger, who Coach Boyer talked about. He's their horse. First down.
Line up, run the isolation right at the right side of the Driller defensive line. First man missed in the hole, had an opportunity, and there was nobody for 12 yards. And then he ended up carrying that defender for another 6, Vance. So a huge opportunity here. And this is where you go too tight, one wing, fullback eye. It's coming downhill and coming at you.
They try to get out. Oh, what a beautiful play. A nice run to the near side, and no dice. What a great tackle out there by Mason Huey.
Huey did a great job of playing off the first defender, keeping the outside flipper free, continuing to shuffle to the side, and then able to swoop the back up and take him down.
2nd and 12. Fake pitch, bootleg to the left side. Does he have a man? He does not have a man. He's a lefty, so he can throw it out that way. He let it fly.
That's a great point, Vance. A lot of people didn't pick that up. Throwing to that wide side for a right-hander's tough. He's got to get his shoulders turned. That left-hander's already got it. All he's got to do is point and click. Threw it late down the middle, out of bounds. The only person close to it was a Driller.
Do we have a flag? Oh boy.
Didn't see it. Heard the whistles, but I didn't see it.
Ay, ay, ay. On a big stop.
Absolutely. Would have been 3rd and 12. Ball fell incomplete. Now you're going to give him the first down and reset the downs for him.
Oh, boy. We saw Arkansas on their 2-point conversion with a left-handed receiver went on the pitch and threw it back on the left side. Smart play if you've got that toolbox. Another quick pitch out to Pledger, and he's in trouble again. So it works, it doesn't work. It works, it doesn't work. This time, again, it did not work, and thank goodness Turner in there to make the stop.
Gage Turner did a wonderful job again. Cross-facing the offensive lineman, getting into the backfield, squaring his shoulders, and really putting his hat right in the chest. Perfect technique on the tackle, and a 5-yard loss.
Next time out, we have a very special guest. Very special guest is going to join us when the next time out. That's called a tease, Coach. 2nd and 14. Another pitch, another great job by the Drillers to get in there tight. Oh, goodness. Trayvon Jackson got in there quickly.
Jackson and Ochoa both in the backfield. Sight recognition of the formation. Both of them one came inside, one came outside, hit it right in the mouth, both of them, and knocked it down. Now you're backed up if you're Chaminade. You're 3rd and 15. This is where you got to make your substitutions and make sure you know what your coverage is. Are you playing zone? Are you playing man? Do you have help? And play the sticks.
Brevin White's back in, the right-hander. He looks to the left side, natural side. Oh, should have been picked, and it is. Will it be 6? Will it be 6? It's a touchdown. It was read perfectly. Caden Ochoa, boom.
What a great job of Ochoa again. Knowing that his zone coverage, sat on the route, ran it for the receiver, did tip it. The receiver tipped it, but he stuck with it, pulled it out of the air at the 40, spun out of the tackle at the 39, and hustled all the way into the end zone and paid her.
Well, I'll tell you what, the coaching staff upstairs, downstairs on the turf, together, they are really working very, very tight-knit on some of these calls. They've done their homework. They saw it coming. Great play.
Absolutely. Good recognition from the defensive backs in that situation, knowing where you had help, but a great individual play by Caden Ochoa, and what a great run after it. The athleticism in that defensive secondary for the Drillers shown off right there.
Bad snap, low snap. Oh, great job by the holder. He scooped up that one-hopper and got it in. I'm going to bring her on now. Let's do it now. Coach, thanks. Hand over the, hey, where are you going? We have a very, very special guest with us. She is no stranger to Kern County. It's Lisa Kirsch, everybody. Hi, Lisa.
Hello. Thanks so much for having me. I apologize. I am right now texting Stan Green saying, hey, I found the guys. Thank you so much, Stan. Appreciate it. Thrilled to be here tonight. Is this fun or what?
Lisa, this Kern High School District, just so far ahead of the curve in doing something like this. They got together with Kirk and I and said, hey, you two high school guys from Kern County, why don't you help us out and get this thing going? We're so excited. First of all, remind the community your title here.
I sure will. My name is Lisa Kirsch. You may remember me from the years that I did here at the local TV. Anchor, reporter, producer, had a great time here. Love this community. I am now serving our students and staff at the Kern High School District as Public Information and Communications Manager. I have the best job around.
You know, Lisa, as Kirk and I call these games throughout the community, and we're here so much, we see all the upside. You know, when we call Bakersfield College football games, 98% of our Renegades on the grass came from the Kern High School District. So we're kind of always celebrating it when we're on the microphone and the headset. But we do have a lot to celebrate, don't we?
We absolutely do, and I sure appreciate that opportunity tonight. Just wanted to remind our community that the graduation rate in the Kern High School District is above the state average. Our college prep courses completed by our students also increased over last year. 92% of our students in advanced placement or international baccalaureate courses has successfully completed those classes, and the Kern High School District provides extensive career and technical ed opportunities, exploring careers and building job readiness. More than 15,000 KHSD students took at least one of these specialized classes over the past year.
Kern High School District, very big, a lot of moving parts, a lot of key people, a lot of key individuals, and Kirk and I mention their names, every Friday night when we do football. You take someone like Brian and Brenda, Stan and Dean, they're so dedicated to the students here. And Lisa, you brought us some good luck with a touchdown. I hope you didn't bring us some bad luck with a long return. Good. We brought him down at the 44-yard line. But these key players and key individuals in the high school district, you get to work with them on a day-in, day-out basis. They're so in tune with what the students need and want. Tell us about your daily job.
Every day, it's about what's best for the students and what's best for our community. I will give you an example. I spent my entire day today at Arvin High School for the first half, learning about the CTE programs they have there. Johnny Watson, his video production class, as well as Mr. Lemmy. He's got a beautiful a place out there to teach our students about manufacturing. From there, we went to Foothill High School. Principal Gail Bentley let us come in today, and we talked to our students about their cabinet-making opportunities. We had the opportunity to talk with community partners who I asked the question, because, you know, that's what I do, I ask the questions. And I said, so would you hire these students? And he said, would I? Do I? Yes, I hire these students right out of these classes to work in our community.
Speaking with Lisa Kirsch from the Kern High School District, how's the transition been for you to such an on life to really be able to dig deep into this?
I've enjoyed it very much. I'll be honest with you, the hours for the newscasters are tough, especially when you have young children. And the opportunity to work in education has been a wonderful opportunity for me. Being very involved in our community, I think, gave me a few opportunities to know some of the players before I came to work for the high school district. And, of course, I get to hang out with people like you on occasion on Thursday nights every once in a while. This has been a lot of fun tonight. And if you don't mind, a little bit later I'm going to interview you so I can do a story about you guys and what you're doing here for the Kern High School District in our sports departments and put that up on the website. I do a lot of our Twitter. I do a lot of our community outreach. I work on building community partnerships. I literally have a great job. I told the kids today in Arvin, I said, my job is to tell the community all the great things you guys are doing. Doesn't get any better than that.
While we were chit-chatting, Chaminade scored a touchdown, and the PAT is good, so it's a 14-13 game. Lisa Kirsch joining me for just a minute or two more. Lisa Stangreen approached Kirk and I. We've kind of been throwing this around for a while. Kirk talked to him a couple years ago. I talked a couple years ago, and this was kind of always on the back burner. Now that it's out in the forefront, and we have KernHigh.org behind it, and we have this network, and we have people like Kevin Willey, and we have Kirk Boyer and myself. Now that it's out there, now that we're doing it, what are you hearing about this burgeoning effort that we've got going?
I tell you what, I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, me either.
It's so exciting, the quality of the broadcast. I was watching this on the way up here.
Nice.
Well, I wasn't driving, of course.
Right. No, your driver was. Your limousine driver was.
I have a driver.
Right.
who's also we went to Bakersfield College. He's a West High grad, so he's really into the local athletic scene. I literally cannot wait to see what's next. It's just another opportunity to celebrate the great students, staff, and programs at the Kern High School District.
Does this in any way impede upon myself, you, and the other Lisa Kay from doing the Christmas parade?
Gosh, I hope not. How much fun was that? I haven't seen you since Christmas parade.
That was a good time. Well, it's been too long. Don't make it that long again. Lisa Kirsch, everybody, and this will not be the last time we have her on one of our high school football nights. And there's so much more coming down the pipeline that we'll share with you as the weeks unfold. Right. Lisa's going to be a big part of it. Lisa, thank you so much.
It's great to see you.
We'll be here all night.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Lisa Kirsch, everybody. And while we're away, Chaminade scored, and now the Drillers will have it. So, Lisa, thank you, and we'll see you here in a bit. Here comes. He's got the wall. Can he cut back up? He does. He's at the 20. He's at the 25. He's at 30, and he's still on his feet and gets brought down at about the 38-yard line. And a late flag comes in, so... Boy, Lisa brought all kinds of karma. We had a touchdown while she was here.
Wasn't it?
They scored a touchdown.
Hey, I was working the camera on the middle of it, man. It's like I'm multitasking over here.
Hey, you might be out of a gig, Kirk. Lisa will do color commentating. You'll be back on the camera. So while I was away, describe that touchdown Chaminade scored.
Well, Chaminade lined up in the power I situation there and just ran the power to the right side. Fullback got through on the Mike linebacker, and as soon as he exploded into the secondary, there was nobody there. Wiggled once at the 5-yard line and then down inside the 2, but nobody really touched him. And a big play for Chaminade. And then the PAT, of course, put him back up over the top. Then a great kick return by Watkins in that situation, running horizontally. You know how I feel about running horizontally on the kickoff. Did a wonderful job of making a man miss at about the 25-yard line all the way out to the 45, but I think they had a penalty, Vance.
Well, I thought it was a late hit over here on Chaminade, but they call it on the Driller, so I'm thinking we have a lot of yardage. No, we don't. 1st and 10 from the 20. What a ball game, 14-13. Here come the Drillers. Moran wants to go up the middle, gets to maybe the 23 here on the near hash. So
Josh is trying to get loose there. He had a little bit of not really success, but getting wide on the option. There he kind of runs the bubble, and then he's trying to get back in the crease behind the fullback, and the Chaminade defense to a minimal gain of 2. Moran very, very efficient both with his feet and with his arm. Very, very savvy young man. An excellent golfer as well, Vance.
2nd and 8.
Uh-oh.
And
yeah, the procedural penalties are starting to stack up against the Drillers there. Had orbit motion from the wing back on this side to the wide side of the field, and then either the tight end or one of the inside guys flinched. Not a good situation.
it's, I believe, the fourth motion call on the Drillers. And
4th in the last 2 series.
at about the 2-minute mark, I'm going to hustle down to the field. And I'll be interviewing one of the 2 coaches on the way out, and I'll get them on the way back in, depending on the score. And if I were to be interviewing Coach Ed Croson, a Highland High grad,
Absolutely.
that'll be interesting.
Well, and he's shown that today, being a Kern County guy. Tough, hard-nosed, very well-coached football team.
Moran, nice pass and catch, but a big hit at the very end of it.
I'm going to go back to that wing back. I'm going to call it the wing back swing tonight, Vance, over to their number 25. That's Isaiah, how are we going to say that? Jerrigan? 5 foot, 850-pound sophomore up there, really speedy. But again, Moran kind of leading him right into that outside linebacker. Oh, you're talking about Kyle.
Yeah, that big hit by Bilchik.
Bilchik did a great job, 5'11", 205 linebacker.
Look at this, 3rd and 9. The Drillers with under 5 to go here in this first quarter. Moran drops back, throws it out to the far side. Can they get some yardage out of it? Oh, some beautiful yards after the catch.
Whoa,
and some
there
flags.
it is. There's the one you wanted earlier, Vance.
So fantastic yards after the catch. They pick up the first down, and then a super late hit. And everybody, who had that catch, Coach?
Isaiah Figueroa, 6'3", 170-pound sophomore again. You're starting to hear that sophomore touch a lot. That's 3 or 4 so far. Coach Gola doing a good job of pulling those young men up and building them into his team, getting them the football in space. But a great job of catching the ball 4 yards short of the sticks, making 2-man miss, getting the first down, and then tiptoeing down the sideline, stepping out of bounds, taking the shot out of bounds, and then getting the extra 15 yards.
Here we go. Here's the call.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run.
So it was a face mask as much as it was a late hit. 1st and 10 now. Ball's at midfield. 4:43 to go here in the first half. The Drillers would love to make something happen here in the end zone. Moran gets behind center, has one back behind him. Everybody tucked in tight. Nobody spread out down the line. 1st and 10 from midfield. Jones started now. He does orbit. Moran has it himself. Goes down to the 40-yard line. Might have picked up a first on that play.
If not, a really good 9-yard gain, I think, Vance. But again, good job of riding the dive, pulling it back out. Now everybody's running to the outside. Now everybody's running to the outside to try to get the pitch man. Turns, squares his shoulders up, runs through the linebacker's tackle, and a nice 9-yard gain.
Hey, cameraman, get the angle, will you?
Got in trouble there.
Here we go. 4-minute mark here in the half. Moran decides to keep it himself. He takes a beating as he goes in the middle of that interior defense up there, but gets to the 35-yard line. That's a first down. Tucks that ball in tight.
Follows that fullback again, so the fullback will act as a blocker against that inside linebacker to that side. Moran gets right up on his hip, able to get the first down, keep the sticks moving, and the Drillers are on the move. And again, watch Moran get set, looks across the defense, changes the play, moves them around, gets them where they want to go.
Taj Wright, the one receiver. Fumble! Oh, goodness. The Drillers recover awfully close. It looked like Moran at the last second was going to try to get rid of it, but it was too late, and it actually was a forced fumble there.
Great reaction by Shane Jones coming back in. He was the pitch man in relationship there. Did a wonderful job of coming back in, seeing the ball on the ground, and securing it for the Drillers, but it's a negative 5-yard play on first down.
3:20 to go here in the first half. I'm going to make my way down in a little bit. And I'm going to be interviewing one of the coaches, and no telling who it's going to be just yet.
Hey, don't ask about the other team if you're whoever you're interviewing.
Moran drops back, takes a hard hit, and he goes down. Goes down to the 46, big hit. Got it from the top and the bottom.
Wow.
Torso and legs got hit by 2 different players.
Parks Gessling second sack of the season, 6'3", 220-pound junior, comes unblocked there. Just a miscommunication in the left tackle and the left guard. Both kicked down, let that defensive end come on a free rush. Moran got to the top of his drop and was just absolutely demolished. So again, now the Drillers are back up against the sticks here, backed up 3rd and 18.
Moran drops back, has good time, throws it out there. Oh, nice pitch, nice catch. Gets to about the 34-yard line. But it's going to be way short of the first down, and with 2:18 remaining here.
Well, and I think you never know with Coach Gola what he's going to do, but this is at truly no man's land. You've already missed a 47-yarder.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to bring on the punt team and maybe just kind of pooch it down there to the 5-yard line, put him as far back as you possibly can. Or are they?
No, they're lining up, Coach.
52-yarder.
Watch safety punt here. You never know.
Yeah.
Snap it to the kicker, and
there's nobody. There's nobody
going,
back.
Yeah, they're going 11 up.
And so we have a timeout. Once again, I want to thank Lisa Kirsch for coming up. I looked so forward to talking with her, and she was just, again, breaking down all of the success of the Kern High School District. Kirk, you and I know it so well. The numbers she was giving, 15,000 students taking these courses that are going to basically put them on a path to employment right out of the high school district, which is fantastic. And what better person could they have out in front than Lisa Kirsch, a beloved individual. Here we go, 2nd and 18. 2:18 left, 4th and 9 here. Big 4th down. It's going to be a 52-yard attempt, but with timeouts taken and a lot of discussion being put together by both coaching staffs.
Yeah, Drillers are still lined up to kick it, Vance. And Chaminade still lined up with 9 up on the line of scrimmage currently.
Carson Olivas is a senior, the kicker and punter, so he's seen a lot of football games.
He's got a great strong leg. He drove it through the back of the end zone earlier off the tee. Biggest thing here is the snap and getting the snap and the hold down. Any bobble in there can throw off the kicker's timing, and then he tries to overkick it.
52-yard attempt. And we see a flag, and if this is on the Drillers.
I don't think so, Coach.
Could it be 5 yards closer? Hey.
Whoa.
So now it's a 47-yarder.
Now you're making hay. Coach Gola might think about calling a timeout and going for it.
On the defense, it'll be 5 yards. It remains 4th down.
As I say, here they go.
And now Coach Gola says, thank you, Coach Boyer. And you're right. That changed the complexion of that completely from a 4th and 9 and a 52-yard attempt. Now it's 4th and 4.
Well, either way, you can control your own destiny here. If you get the first down, you control the clock for the last 2 minutes and 18 seconds of this quarter. And he gets down to 4th and 3. He feels like it's a manageable situation. Give it to his senior quarterback and see what he can do.
Hard count. No. Get a first down, keep it going without moving the clock. Moran takes a quick look, wants to throw, and it is caught for the first down. So what a great change of fortune for the Drillers on that. They were looking at what many perceived as an obvious punt situation. They bring the kicking team out for a 52-yard attempt. A penalty against Chaminade's got to drive Coach Corson crazy because Gola gets the first down.
Isaiah Figueroa, 6'3", 170, again a sophomore, but running to the sticks, using his back, posting up, playing that defense. You know how I like that in basketball terms, showing his numbers to the quarterback. Great little low throw, goes down and secures the football for a big first down.
We're under 2 minutes. Here's the handoff up the middle. Oh, a big power run. That looks good. And the clock continues to tick. Partner, it's going to be your call. I'll see you later.
Fullback lead right up. Travion Jackson right up the middle. Vance, as you said, to the right guard and center. Carrying 2 defenders down with him for an 8-yard gain. Muddled snap. Driller lineman standing up. Chaminade lineman stepping across and standing up. Ball was down on the ground. Moran was able to secure it. 3rd and 4. It looks like they reset the ball. Moran gets a call from the sideline. Drillers break the huddle. 1 receiver to the top, 1 to the bottom, 2 wingbacks and a fullback 3 yards behind Moran. Under center, surveying the defense. Deep motion, and Coach Gola didn't like what he saw. calls timeout. Wants to make sure that he gets the play that he has planned in mind on this big 3rd and 4. 56 seconds left in the second quarter. Drillers down 14-13 with the ball and marching inside the 20-yard line. Ball's currently on the 16-yard line. And what's been a very, very exciting first half here at Memorial Stadium. Last score was a Chaminade power run, back up inside 27-yard run, evading 2 defenders at the 4, and walking into the end zone for a big touchdown. Missed PAT early in the football game. Has the Drillers down by 1 point currently. 14-13 Chaminade. 56 seconds left in this second quarter for the halftime break. Driller marching band coming up on the field for halftime festivities. Vance Palm on his way down the hill to speak with the coach for the half. 3rd and 5, Moran back up under center. Drop back pass. Throws it out to the outside on the out route. A great pitch. Dropped as he fell to the ground at the 10-yard line. Would have been enough for a first down. A little bit of that out-breaking route. Bishop Maxwell kind of inside out, fell down to the ground harmlessly. If you're a Driller fan, Drillers PAT unit onto the field. Much closer opportunity for Olivas here. Ball is placed on the 17-yard line. T will be at the 24, making it a 34-yard field goal. Olivas takes his 2 steps back, measures it up, double stack right. They have had problems early in the game. Ball's down. The kick is up. And it's no good. No good. The umpires come in from underneath. Had to be wide left. Kind of looks like he got it up on the toe, got it up in the air, didn't really drive it very well. Missed field goal opportunity. So again, the kicking game has been a struggle for the Bakersfield Drillers. 47 seconds left here in the quarter. Ball's placed on the 20-yard line. Chaminade breaks the huddle. 3 receivers come to the bottom. 2 go to the top. 5 wide set, empty backfield, shotgun. Quarterback 7 yards deep. Offensive line with big wide splits. BHS playing a little cover 2 look. Quarterback drops back, pumps once, pumps twice, throws down the middle of the football field, in and out of the hands. TJ Pledger run a little vertical go route right down the middle of the chute. Had an opportunity to go up and catch the football, fell harmlessly to the ground. Driller defense, substitutions in, substitutions out. Chaminade watches the sideline to get the call from the sideline. Quarterback breaks it back in. Braylon White, he's a junior, 6'2", 175-pounder, big recruit in the state of California. Shift the motion to the wide side of the field. Now you have trips to the top, 1 receiver to the bottom, 1 back next to White in the backfield. Throwing back to the backside, inside dig route on a stick to number 9. Great secondary tackle. Michael Wilson, 6', 280-pound junior there, does a good job of inside out, catching the football in the backside dig in a solo man-on-man situation. Back up on the ball, they start the clock. Chaminade snaps. Little quarter roll up inside. Drillers create a little bit of pressure and knock him down at the 38-yard line. Number 4 for the Drillers, Max Lopez, the middle linebacker. The junior does a good job of rushing through, creating a little bit of seam, knocking down the defender in that case. And timeout. Chaminade thinking they can get some points on the board here before the half with 23 seconds left. Have shown a very, very good kicking game thus far. Gallibo is 12 for 12 on PATs. 48 long yards
up there
for the season. Has the opportunity here with Chaminade. With the timeout. Both coaches working over both their teams, making sure the subs are in and where they want to have them. You got to turn that one down.
Ooh, test 1. Check.
Ball marked at the
Drillers lined up. 2nd and 12. Defensively bouncing around. Chaminade in the shotgun. Ball comes out. White's on the side. Running to the short side of the field. Flips it out in the flat. Falls harmlessly to the ground. Trying to just check down to his receiver, Pledger. Pledger wasn't even looking. 3rd down and 12 with 18 seconds left here. Be interesting to see how the Eagles. Ed Cornson, a Highland High School graduate. Head coach for the Eagles. Very, very well-coached football team. Physical. Roots in Kern County, has family still in Kern County. Obviously probably here tonight in the game, probably in orange. Barking out signals. Chaminade breaks the huddle. 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom, 5 wide. Quarterback's by himself in the backfield. White, shotgun, quarterback draw. Up and inside, not much there. Great reaction by the Driller defense, converging on the football. At the bottom of that pile, up comes number 15, Adrian Moreno. Middle linebacker, another sophomore, 6 foot, 175-pounder. And that's the first half, folks. Chaminade 14, your Bakersfield High School Drillers 13. Now down to Vance Palm on the deck.
I'll have Coach Croson in just a second, fellas.
Vance is waiting for Coach at this current time. Going to have a moment with him. Drillers hustle off down their sideline and out the tunnel, up the hill.
Coach, very quickly, thank you for your
Vance
time.
Palm.
Appreciate it. Coach. First of all, welcome back to Bakersfield. I'm sure you've heard that quite a bit this afternoon and this evening. First of all, what's it feel like to be back up in Bakersfield at Memorial Stadium?
Awesome. I played my high school football here. I'm a Bakersfield boy, so I'm loving it. Well, except for the score and how we played the first half.
All right, let's get to that. First of all, let's talk about the offensive side of the ball. Your thoughts?
Yeah, just a little bit jittery out there and made some mistakes and some dumb stuff happened that stopped us on a couple drives. And I don't know what happened on the goal line. We'll see the film we go in at halftime.
Defensive side of the ball?
Pretty good overall. I think we've done a pretty good job of shutting down the midline and forcing them into a passing situation. So that part has been fine. We gave up a touchdown on offense.
Coach, when Bakersfield High School and you get together and you put these games together, what does it mean for – I know what it means for Bakersfield. What's it mean for Chaminade to come out and play a tough team like the Drillers?
And in a great environment and in a football town. So, I think it's a neat experience for our kids. We've got to play better in the second half, but I think overall this is going to be a great experience for our kids.
Coach, thank you. Have a great second half. Kirk, back up to you, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Vance Palm. That was great. 14:23 here left at the half. I think the Driller Marching Band's about to take it. We'll get a shot live to you and take care of that here shortly. But what a great, entertaining first half, both on offense, on defense, and even a little bit of kicking game woes. If you're a Driller fan right now, should be 14-14 with a PAT. First PAT of the game is blocked, knocked wide, fell harmlessly to the ground outside, and that's what has your Drillers trailing 14-13 at the 15:56 mark of the second half. Now back down to Vance on the turf.
See Coach Croson go off, and I know you don't know him, that well, but you went to Chipman Junior High with him?
Yeah, Ed and I go way back. He graduated 75, I graduated 76. The Chipman kids split up between Highland and Foothill. So, we go way back together. Don't know him that well, but glad to see him back home.
Some of my notes on you are that you're the longest tenured principal around these areas. Does that mean that you're great at your job or that you're the old?
Well, yeah, I'm getting old. It's been a good run. I was named principal at age 39 and up there now at 58, so it's been a great ride, and I love my ride at BHS.
Let's talk about that. First of all, the obvious thing, I drop my 3 Driller daughters off every morning, and I see the renovation taking place at the legendary Griffith Field. How's that going?
It's great. It's hectic. We got a solar project going on. We got the Griffith Field renovation going on. So our parents and community have been very, very patient with us because they know in the long run what it's going to look like is it's going to be a jewel for the city.
I'm looking at easily 2,500, 3,000 fans here tonight. It's a great night, not just for the Drillers, but for Kern High School District.
Yeah, it's a great night for football. I'm a little bit disappointed with the turnout, but at the same time, it's a different thing. You're traveling to BC. People didn't want to get out. But, I think it's good that people are out here supporting the Drillers on the road, even though they're at home.
Kern High School District, we're also interwoven. You coached with Coach Shannon in the state championship Foothill Trojans. I'm an Arvin Bear. I've got 2 West High Vikings in the production. Boy, what a close-knit family we are. Let's talk about the fall sports taking place at BHS right now.
You know, we're playing well. Tennis team is doing very well. You know, volleyball is hung in there very well. We don't have as much talent pool as we used to have coming from the club teams, but coaches have done very well. Julio Mercado has come out of retirement, still coaching tennis, and has done a great job with the girls team. I don't know how they did today, but we're very proud. And kudos to the Kern High School District. Kudos to Stan Green for what he's done to create this live TV program. I mean, it's very good for the fans. And a lot of the fans aren't here tonight because they're watching it at home, and that's good for them.
One thing I definitely want to talk to you about is the Warren Cup. Boy, has that really got some traction and really taken off.
Yeah, it's one of the largest attended academic competitions in Kern County, if not the state of California. I've been to the state academic decathlon competition, and there's sometimes more people at the Warren Cup in Bakersfield than there are even at that state level competition. So Jeremy Adams, Kevin Rainier, they've done a great job. I just support them, but it's really their hard work. And of course, it's all about the kids, and the kids at Bakersfield High School. I'll put them up against anybody, anywhere, anytime.
The line is, the school is so great they named a city after it. It must feel good to be the top dog in Driller Nation.
Well, being a top dog means everybody's gunning after you, and that's the way it should be. I went to Foothill High School, I coached at Foothill High School. I hated the Drillers for how good they were athletically and academically and everywhere. So now that I'm there, you know, I still love my Trojans, but I'm very proud to be the principal of the school.
Last question for the young freshmen that have just their transition from junior high school up to Bakersfield High School. They're just getting going now. They're kind of their first month of school. For those parents and students that watch this or will watch the archive game, what do you have the word for just your freshmen this year?
You know what I tell them, my mantra to them is 100% involved with 100% commitment. You need to get involved in something. It's extremely important. And all the research will show that if you're involved in a band, a club, whatever it may be, that's what's important. And then with that, 100% commitment. And we talk about a growth mindset. We talk about don't give up, don't give up. And I think that's very important for all my freshmen, all my kids, and all my parents to understand life is tough. You got to keep working hard.
Principal David Reese, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy this Thursday night, and tomorrow night, get a little time to take a breather.
I appreciate the time.
Okay, see you, buddy. KB, back up to you, bud.
Well, thank you very much, Vance. What a great interview with Principal Reese. Well spoken about the Bakersfield High School Drillers, and what a great football game in the first half. 14-13 with 9:12 left in the half. We're going to turn up the background mic, and we're going to let you watch the Driller Marching Band. The Driller Marching Band, ladies and gentlemen, watching on kernhigh.org, Kern High School District Net, showcasing the talents of the Bakersfield High School Drillers. And the Chaminade Eagles. 2-1 Chaminade. Tough loss earlier in the football season to a very, very good team out of Westlake. The Drillers, as you know, 2-0 coming into tonight. Holding their own here with a missed PAT being the only difference with 6 minutes left here at the half. We'll finish with the Driller Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Driller Marching Band. Great job by the Driller Marching Band as they mounty up together and move off of the field. Just a slight little recap of where we are now. Again, 3:42 left here in the half. Everybody's up the hill and making their adjustments. Chaminade comes down and scores first. Drillers go back and score second. Miss the PAT, and that's the difference in the ball game at this current point. Great play by Ochoa late in that second quarter. Get a little pick six, tipped up into the air, secured it about the 38, ran it the west of the way in to the touchdown. Drillers kick the field goal. Chaminade answers, immediately comes right back down the football field. A little bit of power eye, aided by a couple Driller penalties. A little 25-yard run. Evaded a defender at the 10, shook a guy and fell into the end zone at the 2. No real problems there. Chaminade 14, your Drillers 13. Drillers did defer at the start of the game, won the toss and deferred, so they will get the football to start the second half. Very, very good night here in Kern County. A very good crowd still matriculating into the stadium. Chaminade well represented on the press box side, the Mount Vernon side of Bakersfield College. Beautiful Bakersfield College Memorial Stadium. My partner hustling up and down the bleachers as always. Chaminade bouncing back out here. Get a little quick stretch in before the kick of the second half. Chaminade lined up multiple sets, multiple personnel, 5 wide at times, 3x2, 2x2, 1 back in the backfield, 3x1, 1 back in the backfield, empty with the quarterback. Very, very athletic quarterback, Braylon White. Came into the game with 397 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. 195 passing yards per game thus far this season, the junior. And the very speedy junior, 5'9", 175-pound TJ Pledger, number 2, the running back, came in with 233 yards rushing, has caught a couple balls up out of the backfield as well. So a very, very entertaining game. Drillers doing a good job of matching up defensively. Personnel, one little blown coverage on a skinny post was the big play of the game, a 62-yard bomb on a skinny post all the way across the football field for a long touchdown. As the Eagles take the field, a little quick stretch the Drillers have not shown yet as the band marches off and into the sunset onto the back practice field here at Bakersfield College. The Drillers have not been seen with 1:03 left. They will receive the kickoff. Very, very well balanced attack led by senior quarterback, number 3, Josh Moran, 5'11", 185-pound senior quarterback. Vance checking.
No. Try to keep it normal. Hopefully.
Sorry about that, folks. Vance checking in from the sidelines, hoping to get Coach Gola before the second half starts. 12 seconds left. Drillers still making adjustments. Here they come, the late run down the tunnel. Chaminade ready. Quarterbacks and receivers playing catch. Kickers lining up, ready to kick for what should be an exciting second half of high school football here on a beautiful Thursday night. Bakersfield, California, here at Memorial Stadium, Bakersfield College campus. The Bakersfield High School Drillers 13, the Chaminade Eagles 14. Back and forth game. Really kind of loose penalty-wise. Some minor mistakes, so on and so forth throughout the game. We're going to open up the mic and hope that Vance can get Coach Gola before we kick here as they reset 3 minutes on the clock. Drillers come running through the tunnel, taking the field, and the Driller faithful let them hear you from the north end of the stadium. Tend to agree with Vance. Probably 3,000 to 4,000 here tonight. Great little fall evening. Football is in the air. Vance is live at the goal line trying to get Coach Gola.
The ball, what'd you talk about?
We breakdowns and really not slow down veer. I mean, they've slowed it down but not stopped it. So we need to get back to running the veer and then take a three-step passing game, trying to pick on those outside linebackers that are buzzing out.
Defensive side of
Great job defensively. Couple downs, my fault. They personnel. We weren't able to sub, weren't gap sound, and the kid that got offers from every Pac-12 school, you can't give him a lane, you know.
Great night. I talked to your counterpart, the opposing coach, and he just said it's great for Chaminade, great for BHS, more like this to come, huh?
Oh, hey, who knows what's going to happen in the second half, but my hat's off. Coach Carlson is a good friend, and he does a fantastic job with those kids. And it's a great high school football game.
Coach, best of luck. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Okay, KB, I'm coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vance Palm on the deck of Memorial Stadium with Coach Paul Gola as he walks out for the second half, and his Drillers very, very pleased defensively. Made a couple errors, and he kind of took it there that made some substitution issues, and he took the heat there, but really, really happy with what they did offensively, getting back to the veer, running the ball up inside the tackles, attacking those A-gaps, that center guard A-gap behind that fullback, and Moran kind of running the offense from the quarterback position offensively. As you heard, Coach Gola very, very upbeat with where he's at and excited about the starting of the second half. The Drillers will receive the kick. The ball's down. Chaminade's on the field. Referees moving away from the football. Two really good kickers with very, very good legs here. Jacob Galbon, the senior, lines it up. A little bunch huddle right behind him. A quick break horizontally out across the field. He lines it up. 5 Drillers up front. 1 Driller back deep at the 5-yard line. Ball's down. The kick is up, and it's good. This one's returnable. Caught at the 7, the 8, the 10, cut back at the 15, shake to the 20, and run through in a host of Chaminade defenders there at the 21-yard line. The Drillers will start with very, very good field position on a good return by Justin McGill. Up back to the near hash and then all the way back out to the outside. And very good starting field position from the right hash as Moran brings them out. A little bunch huddle, 5 yards from the ball. Center breaks out. Moran barking orders. 2 wingbacks wide. A double-double set with a fullback 2 yards behind Moran. He steps away from the center. Barking out to the right. Barking orders out to the left. Back up under center. Orbit motion. 2 guys moved again. They both have to reset. Moran does that. Very, very savvy senior quarterback. Goes back in orbit motion. Back to the dive. Quarterback keep Moran around their outside. To the 30. To the 32. Does a good job of on contact spinning out to the side. And a big 11-yard gain. Fullback dives in. Quarterback gets to the edge. Turns and runs through an arm tackle, spins out Vance at the 30-yard line. I know you're still breathing heavy from those stairs. You're not what you used to be. But a very, very good start for the Drillers of this third quarter.
Great field position from the 32. Pass out here to the near side. Can he break it? Oh, goodness. He's still on his feet. Oh, and he picked up a first down. Jones with a lot of work after the catch.
Again, back to the quick passing game. The ability to get the ball in the athlete's hands. Shane Jones, another great little pitch and catch, and running through the arm tackles, the Drillers, Vance, very, very successful.
Coach Gola talked about his defense. He said awesome. He loved it.
Well, he always loves his defense, and love how he took the hit on the one personnel situation that he said that's the way he is and that's what he coaches, but he lives on that defensive side of the football.
Just underway, third quarter.
Uh-oh.
Official picked something up at about the 46-yard line.
Tonight, Bakersfield was the victor in the Frost-Soft game, 34-14.
First and 10, ball at the 43-yard line. Drillers trail by 1. Handoff right up the middle. Nice little 5-yard gain. Ball taken out there by Jackson.
Jackson does a great job. Again, just a yard and a half behind the quarterback in that situation to be able to secure that ball with that elbow up and keep moving forward and getting 5 yards off that. Just really shot through that A-gap. Catching the defensive tackle here, pinched in on the zero shade on the center. They're running opposite of that when they have a little bit of success inside the A-gaps.
Jones in motion. Being bottled up on the handoff. Some of that was that defense penetrating through there, but basically big traffic jam, no gain. 3rd and 5.
Big number 99 in there for the Chaminade Eagles. Alex Gubner, 6'2", 230-pound junior, lined up in that zero shade, right on the center now, trying to create some spacing, getting into the backfield, knocking that last play off. Can bounce it outside a little bit wider, but he's funneling him right to the linebacker.
3rd and 5. They get the ball, and it's dropped. Flag on the play. I mean, at the snap, there was a flag by the far line judge right in front of the Driller sidelines.
Procedure.
And it was a dropped pass out to the far side. I would imagine the decline, but you never know. 2 great interviews. Sure enjoyed my time with both coaches. We'll get this call, and I'll tell you a little story real quick. All right. Against the Drillers.
You're going to decline.
He's hot.
Illegal formation.
He was like you on your test.
Well, I thought I'd just bring the Kern High School District audience right into our live. Hey, dude, can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me? Hello. Test. Kevin, I'm over here waving. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hey, nothing like just being transparent, isn't there? Nothing like being. Hey, the reason I was so late getting back up here, I got stopped by Coach Dameron, Wade Kirschman, Rick Van Horn, the father of the left-handed QB, Ryan Stevens. I saw him down there. He said, that's my boy. He played for the Drillers. Will it be a fake? It will.
Is.
Oh, they've got a ton of room. They've got a ton of room. Look at this. He'll go out of bounds. A flag on the play. Are you kidding me?
Man.
Huge.
You're trying to get me fired up. It's Thursday night, Vance. Used to just sitting at home relaxing, and I got to get excited about that. What a great call. I would love to know if Coach Gola called it or if it's a punter automatic in there. But the whole right side caved in. Everybody from Chaminade turned and tried to cover the punt, was setting up their return. Punter got all the way to the edge, had more than enough yards to get the first down. Olivas does a wonderful job of recognizing it, turns into a running back, squared up the last defender, and ran through a tackle. Should be enough for a first down. Should be a dead ball, a hold from the spot to back it up, and the Drillers, I believe, will still be on the football field.
Big play.
Well, he was hot a minute ago. Now he forgot about his mic on this one. He didn't want to, knows he's going to hear it. But it should still be enough for a first down as they move the sticks, Vance. But again, great call, great execution in the special teams game where it hurt him earlier in the football game with missing the PAT. This time the kicking game in Olivas does a great job of squaring up, becoming a running back, getting enough for the first down, actually 14 extra yards, but it was taken back by that penalty, late flag there. But the Drillers are in.
So it was about 11-yard first down after all that. But the bottom line, it's a first down. 1st and 10, 9:48 to go in this third quarter. Handoff up the middle. And the freight train gets them up to about the 36-yard line. That offensive line for the Drillers, just the quintessential Paul Gola offensive line. Not the big, huge, bulky guys, but the strong, fit, quick-footed guys, and they're just plowing forward.
Well, and they got some big guys in there as well, but again, a meat grinder of an offensive line that's going to move some people. But, you always start with the senior, Daniel Shoane, senior 6'6", 320, playing that right guard position. When he gets his hands on you, he's mauling you and moving you around. And that's where they've been having a lot of that success, and that's where that was. But, again, a huge gain on first down.
Jones started the orbit, then goes back, then does it again. Now he's the man out in the flat. Here's the pass, and, it was a very, very dangerous pass. A miscommunication between Moran and Maxwell. And at the very end of that, Maxwell basically wanted to make sure it wasn't a pick.
Moran was really zeroed in on Maxwell there, and Blake Antazoltis, the sophomore, 6'1", 202-pound defensive back there, had sunk in his coverage and was almost underneath it. And as you said, Maxwell did a good job getting his hand in there and making sure that it wasn't an interception. Now you're back at 3rd and 4.
9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Now he's got receivers split out on both sides of the football field, one back behind them. Moran drops back, throws. It's going to be a first down and more. Oh, beautiful catch. What great hands and some big yards after the catch. Oh, beautiful job out there. Woo! Boy, that's a big, big first down for the Drillers. They move the chains.
Well, again, and another opportunity just to get the ball in your athlete's hands. Jerringen, again, the sophomore, 5'8", 150, get it in his hands on the sidelines, make a guy miss, fall forward for another 8 or 12 yards. Great pitch, great catch, and another first down, and the Drillers are on the move.
1st and 10 from the Chaminade 19-yard line. Jones goes in motion. The shift from Chaminade. Moran takes a good look. He's behind center. Ball's at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10. Chaminade territory. In motion goes one back. They go up the middle. What a nice big strong run play right between the hashes. And a flag comes out as the runner was going down. Well, we've seen a lot of yellow tonight.
Yeah, I was actually talking with the B team on the way back up to their spot up there, and he said they had 18 penalties, I believe, in the first half on their way back up there. And just hopefully that is a face mask down there. We got some excited folks in front of us out there calling that, but a late face mask there. That one actually benefits the Drillers, but a lot of hankies on the ground here early in the game. It is only week 3 for the Drillers, even though they're coming off a bye.
So a face mask on Chaminade puts the ball at the 8-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 8. 8:22 left in this third quarter. So the Drillers in a serious score position here. Moran behind center, one back behind him, everybody else spread out. In motion goes Jones. Moran decides to keep it himself, cuts up and gets to the 4-yard line. Good fake pitch, kept it, and got about 2 or 3 valuable yards inside the 10.
Absolutely, keep the sticks moving, but his feet are always moving, so he rides the dive out, gets to the edge, and then, as you said, that's that third phase, the pitch. Does the pitch there, the defenders jump up. He's able to get square and fall through the hole, a 3 or a 4-yard gain. 4 plus 4 plus 4 Vance is 12. 12 gets you a first down every time, and that's what this Driller offense is about, and they're going to hit you on some home runs every once in a while as well.
The mathematics of KB, first down. Here it's a touchdown, Drillers. Joseph Conley.
Great job of Conley. Again, I talk about the height of him, but getting right behind that left offensive guard and that center and just riding it out, bouncing at the second level, falling through in the end zone, and the Drillers are back up on the board and the T's on the field.
7:33 to go in the third quarter. The Drillers lead 19-14. A veritable who's who tonight in the stands below us. A huge contingent of football minds right below us to the left. A lot of former coaches, BHS coaches. Nice crowd down there enjoying this game. High snap again. This one's up and it's through. So Olivas had himself a nice 5 or 10 minutes out here in that third quarter.
Absolutely, and what a great play on the punt to keep the drive alive, keep it moving down the football field, aided by a little bit of a penalty. Even though they had the holding penalty, they were enough to get a first down, Vance, and then more importantly, the face mask moved it inside the 10. 3 plays later, the Drillers are on the board and back in the lead, 20-14.
Quick little story. I was waiting to talk to Coach Corson before we're right at the end of the first half. And, you know, he had been notified by the Kern High School District that we'll do an interview. If you're in the lead, we'll do it as you're going into the locker room. If you're trailing, we'll catch you on the way out. So it happened to be him on the way out. I was walking up to do the interview, and I had to step back for a minute and turn the mic off. He was having a few words with each of his coaches that were on the grass with him. He was not pleased with a lot of things, and he was certainly talking to his point men. And then he saw me, and he kind of just said, I'll talk to you in the locker room. And then he quickly went into head coach mode and had a great interview with me, but, boy, he was hot.
A lot of work and a lot of time goes into it, Vance.
Yep.
Coaches have high expectations. You know, one of the biggest things that we haven't really got into yet that I wanted to talk about is both these teams accepting this game on a Thursday night early in the football season. Because nowadays, Vance, you know, everybody gets into these rankings and all that stuff, and you know how I feel about that. You media types get all excited about this and that. These two teams know you make the playoffs no matter what. Go out and play the best team you can. Bakersfield High School went down and picked an opponent that they got to come up to Bakersfield, which is also another big thing. We always talk about that. Teams coming south and coming up here and playing it on a Thursday night. What a great show.
By the way, smart guy, this is your 5th year in the media. You're a media guy. No more of that. Here we go. 3 out here, coach. But they decide to run to the left side, so they line up 3 receivers in the triangle and still run to the far side. They're trying to get something going here.
Well, they're just trying to see what they're going to get defensively from what the Bakersfield High School Drillers are going to do defensively. Whether they're going to high point it with a safety over the top. Now they're outnumbered 3-by-1. If they just go pitch and catch, it's a one-on-one situation out here now.
Well, they do exactly that, but the Drillers
a great tackle.
Really read it very, very quickly. And as Coach Golo talking about how pleased he is with his defense, and I would be too. Taj Wright, really quick reaction, no gain.
And again, just to go back for it, those that are watching on kernhigh.org, Vance, that's a one-on-one situation. If Wright misses that tackle right there, the receiver's still running down the sideline and going. So when they outflank them, they're going to try to auto it one-on-one out there and try to make something happen.
Big play for Chaminade, 3rd and 4. Looks like they're going to pick up the first down, and they do on a stretch run play out to the far side. Pledger
Came back with the two to the wide side of the bottom of the field, 1 receiver to that side, ran it back to the weak side with Pledger, got to the corner, as you said, a perfect call on the stretch, got outside, scored his shoulders, and a big first down.
They try to run again out here to the near side. Oh, and a big hit from Devin White. Very athletic guy. While I was down getting ready for the halftime interview, I know you saw the play where he's forced out of bounds over here.
Oh, yeah.
Broad jumped over the trainer's table. Athletic young man. He's the quarterback, Brevin White, 2nd and 7. He takes the snap, drops back, wants to throw, takes a look. Now he's flushed out to the left side. He's in trouble. Goes down.
Oh, don't dive on him.
Dropped the ball for a moment, went down at the 22-yard line and took a hit. And the Driller was actually going after the football. He saw a loose ball.
Now he's got to go out.
And as he was going for the loose ball, Brevin White pulled it back in, so there was contact, not anything intentional. But he got him pretty good, and that just gives me an opportunity to thank the wonderful people that have helped put this together. And those are our sponsors. The Kern High School District, of course, PAV Solar and Communications, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, Premier Lighting, and, of course, Tony's Pizza. We'll be selecting the Tony's Pizza Player of the Game. The T-shirt says Player of the Week. I'll go with that.
Ryan Stevens now in at quarterback, just a sophomore, Vance, 6'1", 160, accomplished, has played the game, 65% passer completion, 11 for 17 for 187, so has played in their first couple games of the year.
Wants to throw, throws out here to the near side, a little high. Stevens took a hit. His dad talked to me downstairs, said, Vance, I said, hey, what's going on? He goes, that's my kid playing Stevens. I said, the lefty? He said, yeah.
He can zip it right there. Took a late shot there as he released the football, but as that left-hander does, it always seems like a really, really, really pretty throw as it comes out of their hand, sailed down and away and through the receiver's hands, harmlessly to the ground if you're a Driller fan, setting up this punt.
Nice baseball player, too.
Oh.
4th and 15.
Back for Bakersfield, number 20, Gavin Bingle.
So Drillers looking for some good field position, and he's going to take it. Oh, on a risky play. Looks like he might get some ground, and he does. Oh, he almost got outside. Gets to the 42-yard line. So a pretty daring little play out there by Dingle, but he gets the ball to the 41-yard line. Drillers, 1st and 10.
Great job again, and I know I go on to it over and over, but of securing the football square to the line of scrimmage where it came from and going vertical burst right away, making the first 2 defenders miss, able to shake and shimmy and get it all the way out to the 41-yard line. Great starting field position for the Drillers.
5.5 to go here in this third quarter. What a great football game. The Drillers lead 20-14 against the Chaminade Eagles. Moran getting the play sent into him by Wright. They get to the line quickly. First play on this drive. Moran behind center. They go up the gut with it. Nice, strong run out there by Jackson. Ball on the ground. And Chaminade's wasting no time letting their side of the football field know that it's theirs, or so they think.
It was that second effort that always kind of gets you, and he kind of got ahead of it, knocked off track by the linebacker, and the safety came in and put his hat right up on the football. Chaminade definitely thinks they have it.
Jackson on the carry, and they're going to say Chaminade football, so the black and orange pretty stoked. Midfield, 1st and 10. Thomas with the recovery, and it'll be actually 1st and 10 from the Drillers 49. So gut check time for this Driller defense. Can they get this football back as quickly as possible?
Right back to it with a base 3-3 stack. Safety lined up man, hopping around.
Strong right side down here to the bottom of your screen. White hands the ball off to Pledger. Pledger tied up with a shoestring. Still on his feet. Boy, he got a lot out of that. He was in the backfield, deep in the backfield, and got 4 yards out of that.
Well, I agree with you. Absolutely a great job of running through a couple arm tackles. Gage Turner had a shot back at him. Shane Jones was back there, had a shot at him, and he was just able to run through him, and he had those shoulders square and kind of leaning forward. Pledger's a very, very good back, Vance.
2nd and 7, White in the shotgun. Decides to go to Pledger again. Oh, goodness, some serious real estate right there. And Pledger goes down about the 27-yard line, chomping up yards right there. Big yards.
Well, just as you called on the last series, the one play that they had a lot of success on the last series was that outside stretch play. Came back to it to the weak side away from the Trips receivers. He was able to bounce outside the tackle and get his shoulder square and into the Driller secondary.
5 minutes left in this third quarter. 1st and 10. In trouble, goes down. Loss of about 3 yards. Good play by that Driller defense. Couldn't have come at a better time just to kind of stop the flow of Chaminade.
Big defensive lineman Ryan White there, 5'9", 190, cross face and immediately getting into the backfield, securing the quarterback White and taking him down to the ground. Negative play on 1st down. Drillers back him up. 2nd and 15.
White points to the left side of the line, talks to Pledger for a second. Says, pick up that defensive back. He floats one out deep, and it is caught. A beautiful pass. One-on-one coverage, and White puts that big rainbow arc on it and lets his receiver just run under it. Touchdown, Chaminade.
Jackson Parks, the tight end, lined up, 6'3", 230, ran a great little vertical burst right up the seam, perfectly thrown. One-on-one coverage, as you called it. White saw it, threw it up high, dropped it down from the skies on a perfect dime. Chaminade in the end zone. PAT will give him the lead, Vance.
20-20. 4:26 remains here in this third quarter. Flags everywhere, flags everywhere. They're going to probably say that it's on the drillers. That would move the ball up a hair. We'll see. Here comes the call. It's encroachment on the defense. Now, they do have Ryan Stevens in there, the southpaw quarterback. So now they're going to go for two. I formation, right behind Stevens. Interesting call, really. It's tied at 20.
Early in the football season, want to work on your 2-point plays, I guess?
I guess so. Coach Croson deciding two. I formation, Stevens the quarterback. Quick pitch, and
good call.
They're going to get it. They got the 2-point conversion. Very Walter Payton-esque.
Yeah.
And it looks like the C on the helmet even. So a dive over the goal line by Pledger.
Color scheme matches as well, man. It's good.
Sure does. Well,
really good job of getting up into the line of scrimmage and leaving your feet, not being able to afraid to leave your feet and keep moving forward. Got on the back of one of his offensive guards. I think he was already in. But again, as you said, an interesting call there to go for two, to put you up by two. But you got to work on those kind of plays. It seems like the lefty comes in. That's the tempo offense that he ran earlier. He ran the toss sweep, and then he's thrown a couple outs and a dig.
22-20 the score. Nice football game here on KernHigh.org. Again, thank you to the Kern High School District, PAV Solar and Communications, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, Premier Lighting, and Tony's Pizza. They jumped on board as soon as they found out about this new burgeoning effort. Sports, and soon to come, we're hearing talk about the fine arts of the Kern High School District. Absolutely all for it. I know my partner Kevin Willie all for it as well. Kevin, how you doing tonight, buddy? This is the triangular effort of myself, Kirk Boyer, and Kevin Willie, and of course everybody behind the scenes, Brian Schaefer, Brenda Lewis, Stan Green, Dean McGee. What a fantastic Thursday night football game. Sets the tone for a big Friday night tomorrow night. We'll talk about that more in the fourth quarter. Here comes the kickoff. We've seen a lot of long ones all night, and this is no different. In the end zone, it goes. Well, we'll take a minute right now. Tomorrow night, Clovis at Stockdale. When we sat down and chose the first 5 weeks, we put it in stone. We said, here's our games. This is what we're going with. Not anybody knowing what the records would be. And tomorrow night, big-time Clovis comes down to Stockdale. Both teams 3-0, KB.
Absolutely, and a great opportunity again to showcase not only one of the better teams in Kern County thus far this season in Stockdale, get to go to another facility, check out the Stockdale Mustangs facility and what they have to offer, and then a good Clovis team coming down. So another little Bakersfield-Fresno battle.
Ball deflected in the air. Great concentration out there. A little pass out to the far side. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, but great hands out there. Grabbed it and brought it in. So
Jernigan.
Yep.
Great catch on the tip. That's the hardest thing. You're settled in down about 2 feet lower. The ball sails on you, able to merely make the quick adjustment and fall forward, get a nice little 8-yard gain on first down. Now you can go back to your veer offense.
Coach, the Drillers have only had really one drop, one really obviously catchable ball drop. Really some nice hands by those receivers. And doggone it, as we get the momentum going here, the whistles blow. And I think we can always kind of tell by body language who it's going to go against. And, of course,
those are killers when you get it. You have a great penalty on first down. You get 8 yards. So now the playbook's really wide open, Vance. You got 2nd and 2. You have all the options that you want to have to be able to go through. You can go play action pass. You can come back with your veer. You can try to go with the wide side sweep. Or you can move the pocket with Moran, give him a high-low read, and then you go up and make a silly mistake like that, bounce you back to 2nd and 8.
3:42. 2nd and 7 now. Here's a quick pass to the outside. Can he get free? He cannot. Really nice defense out there by Chaminade to try to get him loose. They were trying to get Jones loose out there on the near side, right below us, but nothing doing. I'll tell you what, boy, that Kyle
Blychek?
Yeah, he is a super fast linebacker.
Plays that middle linebacker position. Came into the game with 26 tackles early in the season for them. 1 for a loss, an interception. 5'10", 205-pound Dynamo senior. Just does it all for him.
And at Memorial Stadium, wearing number 5, looks like Grant Campbell down there. 3rd and 7. All the time in the world, he's got a man wide open, and it's caught. First down, Drillers. Just ran out of real estate, but that's okay. We'll take it inside Chaminade territory. Perfect pass, and he had a lot more ahead of him had he stayed in bounds.
Yeah, Shane Jones did a really good job of running that corner route, selling the post, back and bouncing back outside of the post. Good eye recognition by Moran, setting his feet, throwing the ball on time. That's going to be one on film. I bet you're going to see the coaches go, hey, we got to plant that outside foot and keep running. There was a little bit of pay dirt left there.
1st and 10. Moran behind center. 3 receivers split out to the right side. He drops back, takes a look, fires out there. Look out, look out, look out. Lot of traffic over there on the far side, and incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10.
Well, luckily, Blychek was in the trail technique on the inside receiver, running the arrow and wasn't looking back to the quarterback because it whizzed right by his head there. That would have been an easy interception, but Moran saw that as well. Ball fell harmlessly to the ground on 1st down. So, again, a really good mix of run and pass, a really good mix of movement in the pocket with Moran, getting him outside, using athletic ability, as well as continuing to develop him as a pocket passer inside.
2nd and 10, 2:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ball is on movement again by the Drillers. Doggone it.
You know, that fake orbit motion, or where they go half orbit motion back up to the line of scrimmage there is meant to get to the defense. And tonight it's been really a deterrent for their own offense. That'll be something I know Coach Golo.
Well, you can see he's just beside himself over there. He palms up to the sky looking at his offense, and he's making these gestures like, come on, guys. The score is 22-20. Chaminade leads by 2. 2:46 remains here in the 3rd quarter. As Kirk mentioned earlier, just a sublime evening for football here in September. A Thursday night game. Nice crowd. And Moran drops back, throws it out to the far side. This time it was overthrown on a 2nd and 15, and boy, that's going to put him in a tough spot now.
Dallas Taylor Cortez, the corner out there in man-to-man, junior, 6'2", 176, able to come up late and secure it. Kind of put his hands on the receiver that was extended up. Knocked him down to the ground, and he's still on the ground. Training staff is up and working with him. Hopefully the way they're grabbing his leg, it's just a cramp, Vance.
2:42 remains here in the 3rd quarter. 22-20. We're up at Bakersfield College Memorial Stadium. Really nice football game. The Drillers trail by 2. Had a chance to talk to a Highland High grad, Coach Ed Croson. Welcomed him back to town. He said, yeah, I've been hearing that all day. Talked to him a little bit before the game. Buzz Grider up here, and a lot of Highland guys up here. Coach Hartnett down below, and Dwayne Dameron and Wade Kirschman and Rick Van Horn. Not all Highland guys, but a lot of guys from that era. A lot of guys from, that mid-'70s era. I saw Coach before the game, and I said, I'm an Arvin Bear, 83. He goes, Highland, 75. Buzz, what year were you?
We were 75. Ed Croson and I graduated together, 1975.
Tell me about him.
Well, you know what? We were both big kids. He played offense. I played defense. Well, we played both ways basically back then. And we became great friends. He went to University of Utah. I went to Arizona State. We remained friends. We've known each other. We've seen each other. Our kids have grown up together. So we're up here supporting Ed. I mean, he comes into town to play the Drillers. It's great for both programs.
Big 3rd down. Moran running, looking for guys. Has one guy, floats it out, and it's going to be picked off. So an ill-advised pass, a late hit over there on the quarterback. Flag on the play. Now look out for some of these blocks. Boom. Big hit. And you hear the crowd just go, ooh. It was a big hit by Taj Wright. But flag down on the opposite side of the field. When Moran let the ball go, he took a big shot after the play.
Look at Coach.
And you can see Coach Croson, he is down there not happy about that call. Thanks, Buzz. So, big play, and it's going to be roughing the passer on Chaminade. So a big interception.
Somebody better get Coach. He's not happy.
So Coach Croson letting the officials know. We saw it, though. He let go of it and took a big shot afterwards.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense, contact with the quarterback's head. The result of the play is an automatic first down.
So the specific call, Coach.
Well, just a shot to the head. Nowadays, it's not, anything up above the shoulders where it's going to be the targeting. It's just one of those hot topic buttons. I'll leave it at that, Vance. It doesn't matter what you do. If you get loose on the head anymore, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty no matter who it is.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Drillers have some new life here on the 34-yard line. 2:22 left to go here in the third quarter. Tense moment starting to build up here for both football teams. Looks like, again, Jones fakes the motion. Now he does. They hand the ball up the middle, and it goes to about the 29-yard line. So they grind out some more time on the clock as it ticks below 2 minutes here in about 15 seconds. 22-20 the score. Chaminade leads. A lot of local ties to this football game with Coach Croson over here. He said he played his high school games up here at BC, lived about 5 minutes away. So a lot of nostalgia in this football game tonight, but I can guarantee you, based on my time with him at halftime, that nostalgia is really not all that important to him right now with 1:55 in the third. Moran with the pitch, perfectly timed, but it's fumbled. Goodness. Fumble on the play.
Hit him in the hands, went right through his hands and out the belly and into the defender's feet, right back to your number 5, big number 5, Kyle Bychek, the middle linebacker, 5'10", 205, was able to secure it right there. Drillers get a huge break on the roughing the passer penalty to get the first down. Second play in the series after the break, ball's right back, and the Eagles are on the field.
1st and 10. Chaminade at their own 31-yard line. Now they have a little pep in their step. They come back on the offensive side of the ball. The Drillers look like they're coming. They decide to back up for a second. It's a run play over here to the near side. Pledger looks, waits for the gap. And will that be a flag? And it will. Very obvious. Both officials call it right there in front of us, in front of everybody. A good 4 feet out of bounds. The Drillers lay the wood way too late. That's going to be another big chunk of yards against BHS.
Came back to the Y flop, moved the tight end over the formation to try to outflank the Drillers in that case, run the stretch play to the short side of the field. Pledger's able to get square on the outside, vertical down the line, had an 8 or a 9 yard gain, and then 2 Drillers kind of piled on late, as you said, Vance, 3 or 4 yards out of bounds inside the striping on the sidelines, and that'll add in. And now they're at the plus 43-yard line.
Now they're right below us here on the Driller 43-yard line. 1st and 10. The scoreboard has said 2nd and 6 for about 4 minutes. Trust me, it's 1st and 10. 1:36 to go here in the third quarter. Quarterback will keep it. Brevin White takes a big hit but gets 3 yards, so it'll be 2nd and about 7.
Late shift of the offensive line, bringing him down foot to foot. Tight end stayed to the left, no Y flop there. Now he's to the right, and just a little quick. Quarterback's taking a quick hit and trying to get outside.
2nd and 7. This time they hand the ball off to the far side. And that's Andrew Van Buren, junior running back. Here's a big third down right here.
Really good job of bouncing in and out, just giving number 2 Pledger the break there. Comes back in, secures it. Big, tall kid, 6'3", 190.
White throws out here. A nice grab.
Ooh.
He's looking for some more yardage, and he's just going to get himself in trouble. But he did get the first down, goes out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Good job of running the stick route on the arrow there, catching the ball with his hands, securing it, squaring up down the sidelines, and running for the extra 3 yards to make sure that he gets the first down for the Eagles.
They move the sticks. 48 seconds left here in this third quarter. They give it to Pledger. Pledger finds a big seam. Then he cuts back out. Can Pledger get in there? Is it a touchdown? And they say he's out. Is he in or out?
Touchdown.
They gave it to him.
Great job of tiptoeing by Pledger down the right side. Stretch to the short side, Vance. Again, once he gets down the sideline for a big man, very, very nimble, kept his feet alive and inbounds. At about the 2, they had a shot to knock him out. Didn't. He was able to fall into the end zone, and the Eagles are on the board again. with 33 seconds left in the third quarter.
They went for 2, previous touchdown. They got it, and it seemed insignificant at the time because really 1 and 2 when you're tied. But now all of a sudden it's 28-20.
Albo in for the point after.
So here's for 1. And we've seen a lot of whistles.
A lot of hankies tonight, Vance. I think we're up near 22. We still got a quarter of football left.
And it's going to be on Chaminade. It'll back it up a little bit. Shouldn't be that big a deal.
No, big leg by the kicker.
If it goes to the uprights, it'll be a 9-point lead. That'll make it 28-20.
2-score game. That was coach's plan the whole time.
So now the PAT's a 25-yarder. High snap, bobbled, blown.
Scoop and
Drillers
score.
all over it. Can they pick it up?
Yep.
You never know. You never know.
Can't advance it in high school.
Well, they didn't get the 1. I'm happy about that.
See, you were back on Saturday mode there.
I'm at Memorial Stadium. Scoop and score. You said it, too. You got me all dialed in. So 28-20 the score, an 8-point lead for Chaminade. Hope you're enjoying this. 33 seconds left in the third quarter.
Not a lot of success for Chaminade running inside the tackles, but really they found a little bit of a honey hole with Pledger being able to bounce outside on the stretch play. 3 of the touchdowns that he's had tonight have been on that stretch play, and 2 of them have been to the short side of the field in the same part of the end zone there. So something that they found able to get the defense for the Drillers outnumbered and outflanked to that wide side of the field, and Pledger's really had a field day.
All right, let's see if the Drillers can put this thing. We need some good field position here. Get this thing started quickly. 28-20.
Let's get up on your feet.
Getting a lot of texts. A lot of Drillers watching this football game tonight on kernhide.org. You know who you are. Keep them coming. We love it. We love it. Got a Highland Scott, BC Renegade, and a Sun Devil up here watching. A Viking on the other headset, a Viking on the camera, and an Arvin Bear in the middle. It don't get no better than that. Here we go. Here's the kickoff. We've seen a lot of deep ones, and that theme continues. Can he catch it inside? He's got a shot. 2-yard line. Do we have some blocking? He's looking for some room. He's got a big gap there if he's got it. Oh, boy. Almost got away. 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Drillers. So with 25 seconds left in this third quarter, essentially, this is fourth quarter time. Kirk, the offense for the Drillers at times has been really, really solid. And, you know, they've had some sputtering moments. They've had some offside calls. But basically, they've ran a pretty clean offense here other than the motion penalties. If they can put together a good, solid drive, a couple of good drives here, they're going to be okay.
Yeah, they've really killed themselves, Vance, and especially last drive, you know, with the fumble on the pitch, the securing that. And, you know, besides one little incomplete pass that maybe should have been caught earlier in the game, been very clean, but the penalties haven't been very good, Vance. Getting behind the sticks, 1st and 15, 1st and 14, hasn't been really conducive to this offense in the veer.
They start out with a run play right between the hash marks. Don't get much. And that'll wrap up this third quarter.
Conley on the inside veer there, tried to bounce it outside to the B gap. Not very advantageous to him. Only got about a yard and a half, Vance. But now the Eagles start to put the typical 4 fingers up for the start of the fourth quarter as they got an 8-point lead as we head to the fourth, Vance. The Eagles very excited about their positioning here at Memorial Stadium.
Once again, I want to thank Lisa Kirsch for coming up. Nice feedback from Lisa.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock and no cost to you. Purchase or refinance your home today.
The sideline, defensively, offensively, the Drillers break the huddle and line up familiarly as they always do, 5 yards from the ball, 2 yards inside the far hash or the north hash of the field. The Drillers will head towards the beautiful flag that's laying limp, Vance. The East score.
Last Saturday night, Renegades had a nice win against Chaffee. The wind was swirling up on top of the Dameron deck, and the flag wouldn't move a bit. Then all of a sudden, we wouldn't even feel the wind, and that flag was blowing. Tonight, no sign of wind anywhere. Here we go, Drillers, 2nd and 8 to start the fourth quarter. Nice big strong run play right up the middle on the far hash, and going to be awfully close to the first down. Little shy. Oh, no, they gave it to him. Fantastic. First down, Drillers.
Joseph Conley again in there, 5'9", 202. Just a veer burst right up the middle of the field. The ball is almost exactly placed where it was 11 yards ago, right on the same spot in the hash. Drillers are right back up on the line of scrimmage, Vance.
Moran barking orders. He's right behind center, tucked in everybody tight. Jones in motion. This time they pitch it, and it's unsuccessful. Only get maybe a yard, not even that maybe. Brings up 2nd and 9. We're in the fourth quarter. Tomorrow night, we'll be at Stockdale High School. Clovis comes to town. They're 3-0. The Stockdale Mustangs, they're 3-0. In week 0, they beat Ridgeview, made some noise. Then they have 2 more wins. Clovis, always a contender for something in the Valley. So 2 undefeated teams go at it tomorrow night. KB and I will be there, 7:30. Run play. They try to go to the big fella again. He's still on his feet, but he only gets to about the 39-yard line. That's going to bring up a long 3rd and 5. A long 3rd and 5. Under 11 minutes.
These are those situations where with the ball right there in the middle of the field, you can't really roll Moran to either side to have a high-low advantage. So will they be able to just go drop-back pass? They did have a little success in the last series running the curl combination with the corner, the post corner behind it. Had a nice big catch down here to about the 25-yard line. So this is an interesting play here at the 10:36 mark in the fourth quarter, Vance.
Even longer, it's 3rd and 6. They try to go to the near side. He makes the catch, but will he get the first down? Oh, man, I thought he might get it with all that effort, but now it's going to be 4th and 3, and very dangerous territory. They've already had one fake punt. I don't know if they can pull it off again, but Coach Gola on a 4th and 3 right now. He's talking to his quarterback. I see no punt team coming on.
No, I agree with you. This is one of those situations you might come out and go freeze count, try to draw them off sides with a little bit of a hard count and an orbit motion, which you've had some success. The bad news is that you've had some hard times yourself jumping off sides and false starting. So I guess if you do that, then you'd line up and punt it, but the Drillers are on the football and going to go for it, Vance.
Moran and Coach Gola not even thinking twice. They never even look down the sidelines. Jones goes back to the left slot. And now we're going to have a flag and a delay of game by the Drillers, and that takes care of that.
Coach Gola not happy about that. I had the spot on him, and I know he has a coach over there that's kind of keeping him in charge of where he's at on that play clock in their mind, and he was not pleased that it came that quickly.
Well, he pulled a Jack Del Rio and didn't think twice. Had his 4th and 3, 4th and 4. He said, we're going for it, and another penalty. Another penalty stunts the Drillers, whether it's at the line of scrimmage or out of time. Goodness. Wow, they punt the ball when really not a lot of guys were paying attention. It's a low burner, and it's going to go down at about the 31-yard line. Again, we want to make sure we're thanking the people that jumped on board right away with this. The Kern High School District, how can we do it without Brian Schaefer, Brenda Lewis, Stan Green, and Dean McGee? How about this? PAV Solar and Communications, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, an entity synonymous with our young student athletes here in Kern County. How about Premier Lighting and, of course, Tony's Pizza. We're going to name the player of the game tonight. Kevin Willey has 33% of the vote. I have 33% of the vote, and Kirk Boyer has 34% of the vote. This game's far from over with 9:32 to go, but we will present a Tony's Pizza player of the game, and possibly future sponsorships coming down the road. 1st and 10, Chaminade. White behind center. Handoff to Pledger. Doesn't get much there. That's good. It's going to be 2nd and 8 because that is one dangerous running back. Pledger has just been lighting it up tonight.
Absolutely done a really good job. Jacob Vasquez, linebacker, 5'11", 205, right in the backfield immediately, Vance.
A throw out to the far side, and because of the downfield blocking, he freed him up. That's a good play. Everybody did their job for Chaminade. A good block way out there on the far side, and it helped. 1st down, Eagles.
No, it was a great job of securing the cornerback and turning his shoulders inside and giving his receiver an ability to go to the sideline, where the only friend that he had out there was the sideline, was able to square up and get down the field. So really good upfield blocking, getting your hands inside and turning that cornerback out to where no driller was able to set the edge out there, and a big 1st down for Chaminade.
9:07 left here in the 4th quarter. Now the clock's starting to race if you're a driller fan. Brevin White takes as much time as he possibly can. He gets behind center. There's one back there with him, and guess what? That's where they're going. Pledger gets it, but he gets brought down at the 41-yard line. Gain of only about, maybe we'll say 1 yard, 2 yards. They give him 3, so it'll be 2nd and 7. Clock continues to tick at 8:52 and counting.
Really good job of body lean and run into that tackle side as he falls through. You know, I love that body position, always falling forward with those backs. Great job by the tailback there, making something out of nothing.
2nd and 7. New back in the backfield. Well, we've seen him already. Andrew Van Buren. He might carry the rock for a second. Pledger's taking one down, and they're taking a long time to get this playoff right here. And, of course, the flag comes. Oh, they had to call a timeout. So they had to make the call. Coach Croson called timeout with 8:22 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Coach Croson talking to the referees at that point about the signaling from the back judge in that case as the time goes down, and making sure that he's on the same cadence as that referee was, so that he doesn't have to burn a timeout or can burn a timeout later in that situation. But with a gain on 1st down of 3 or 4 yards, Vance, they don't want to go back behind the sticks and fall into that 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11. They want to keep ahead of the sticks. So again, Coach Croson decided to use his timeout there, called his whole team over to the sideline with him. Everybody's gathered around him as they get water and those kind of things, and talk about the differences and what they want to do and what they saw. The last 2 times they've run that set and flopped the tight end over, they've been able to outflank the drillers to that weak side or that short side of the field. That time it didn't happen, so the drillers made an adjustment, so we called timeout.
2nd and 7, 8:22 to go. Strong left side down here below us. And whistles again at the line of scrimmage. I think both coaches, we're talking about 2 really, really good coaches in the Central California and Southern California. When they get together with their coaching staffs, I think for a couple of minutes they're just going to look at each other and just kind of go, really? Really? I mean, yeah, I know it's week 3 or week 4, but man, oh man, there's probably been, KB, I would say a minimum of 10 calls at the line of scrimmage without the ball even being snapped.
Oh, I think you're
underselling it.
Under by a couple. There's no doubt about that. You're always looking for coaching points as a coach, and I think that's something they'll both take to heart as they move forward with a couple preseason games left before league schedule starts.
Here's a snap. Steps up, White does, gets some room, gets some space, has a man, and overthrows him. And boy, that would have been a 1st down and more. He had his man open, and it was Michael Wilson, but he was under duress, thank goodness, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long, really long.
Yeah, but I think the quarterback of Pledger's ability is going to want to look at that at film and tell himself to take the extra step with no one pressuring in front of his face and just make sure he throws something catchable out to his guy so that he can secure it and make a catch in that situation. But if you're a driller fan, sets up a big 3rd and 12 here, Vance, as the crowd gets to its feet.
Big 3rd down. White stands back there with Pledger. He's in the shotgun. Pledger goes in motion to the near side. White takes a look, wants to throw. He's in trouble. He's going to go down, and he is thrown down for a sack at the 27-28-yard line. Fantastic job by the Driller defense. 4th down, Chaminade's got a punt.
Great individual effort there by Max Lopez, the linebacker coming on the outside, junior, 5'11", 185. One-on-one situation with the backside left tackle, able to escape and evade, use the off arm to secure the quarterback and get White down to the ground and take him down for a big sack and get the ball back to the Drillers.
Oh, fantastic play by the Drillers, and it's exactly what the doctor ordered. Here comes the punt. It's up, and it's a long one, and it's going to be fair caught at the 37-38-yard line. Coach, I know you like that. That was a good job.
Well, absolutely. Anytime the ball's in the air, and you know how I feel about those punt situations, go up, call for the fair catch, and go secure the football so you don't let the ball bounce on the ground and lose those 10, 15 yards that put you back a little bit further. By going up and securing the football there, the Drillers start on the near hash closest to the Chaminade bench at the 37-yard line, Vance.
Big games tomorrow night, Coach. We'll talk about a couple of them.
Big games every night.
Yeah, no, I know, but we've got some nice ones tomorrow night if we get to it. This game right here is the biggest, the biggest of them all right now. So, 1st and 10. Drillers got to make something happen. Moran does his best to start this drive off with a good 8-yard run to the 45-yard line. Nice job by that first 2 or 3 seconds of that offensive line.
Absolutely, securing it man for man and creating that little bit of a wall. And Moran bowing it back a little bit on that veer, giving himself his eyes a little bit of time to adjust and see where the defenders are. A great little 1st down gain there on the quarterback keep.
2nd and 2 officially. 7:07 left here in the 4th quarter. The Drillers trail by 8. Now that 2-point conversion does start to mean a lot. They run up the middle. He gets the 1st down, so the Drillers will move the chains. That'll stop the clock for a second, 28-20. So the Drillers have to get there first, Kirk. They've got to get to the end zone, but the coaching staff already has to be going through the machinations of what a 2-point conversion would be. I know I'm getting way ahead of it, but they've got to get to the end zone and then go for 2. 28-20. First things first, Moran on a 1st down. Backs it up, takes a second here. A lot of time going off the clock on each one of these plays. Moran on a keeper, decides to go up the field. He's got some room. Moran gets to the 32-yard line. Beautiful patience. Everybody bit. He sold it perfectly, Coach.
Absolutely, did a wonderful job. Again, staying on the hip of that fullback, but more importantly, that going wide and bowing it, but faking again with the pitch to this short side, faking that pitch. 2 defenders jump out to the tailback. He cuts back across grain and almost had it all the way out, Vance. Luckily, the free safety, if you're a Chaminade fan, was able to squeeze down and secure that tackle. But another 1st down for the Drillers at the positive 31-yard line.
Moran takes a look, surveys everything, gets behind center. Jones in motion. This time, they stay on the ground.
Uh-oh.
Chaminade says they have it, but there is absolutely no indication by the referees that it's Chaminade's football. I did not see the ball pop out whatsoever. A quick discussion. Oh, they're going to give it to Chaminade.
Oh, my.
An official came over from the sideline, and Coach Gola can't believe it.
Oh, that's...
Coach Gola wants to know how in the world the whistle was blown.
This is one of those times where I wish you could be 2 places at the end of the football game, because that would be back in the old days when we used to interview Coach Chudy going off before the half or after the game, because there'll be some choice words said. Coach Chudy is, as you said, beside himself and in the hip pocket of the referee at this point, just beside himself.
Well, the whistle was blown. I think that's what will be his most technical part of the argument. The whistle was blown, and all of a sudden...
Well, the other thing is that the beanbag was never thrown, which typically means the ball was seen to be out. That was just a very, very late call, and not a good one if you're a Driller fan.
Oh, a huge, huge call against BHS. They're at the ball at the 31-yard line. They're moving forward. Oh, boy, Coach Gola just saying, are you kidding me right now? So now we're at 5:25 to go here in the 4th quarter. Chaminade with an 8-point lead now, and they've got all the cards in the deck right now.
Well, the biggest thing you want to do if you're a Chaminade fan here is you want to continue to keep the ball on the ground as best you can, continue to stack a 1st down after a 1st down, and 3 first downs here. 1 1st down will start to make Coach Gola think about using his timeouts.
Pledger.
There's one.
There's a first down right there. A flag comes in awfully late on this play. Clock stops under 5 minutes, 4:58 to go. We'll see what this call is going to be.
Multiple flags, Vance. I'm sorry. You got one at the 32 and you got one at the sideline at the 27 right in front of the Driller bench.
As it stands right now, it's 2nd and 7. Let's see what the call is. A double call. Well, they're both on Chaminade, illegal shift and a holding, so the ball will go back to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, you take the hold, the 10-yard penalty, and move it all the way back. It'll still be 2nd down, but again, it puts them behind the sticks. 2nd and 16.
It all helps with regards to field position, but the clock still is the clock, 4:58, and it's going to start here in a second.
Won't start till the snap.
4:58. Second and 17 now for the Eagles of Chaminade. Highly ranked team in the state. The clock has started. Shotgun for White. He throws over the middle, and it's, oh, goodness gracious, should have been picked. There's no way I can get around it. And the cameras caught it, but doggone it, Cam Williams had that go right through his hands. You can
one of those
see
situations
him right now.
as a young quarterback, I think that's one of those that the quarterback White's going to want to have back. There was a safety over the top with a linebacker running inside with the vertical route, so it was a high-low coverage combination in a zone scheme by the Drillers. Kind of threw it up for grabs. His guy never really leapt or made an attempt to go get the football, but as you said, the Driller had an opportunity to catch the ball right there at the 45-yard line. Good news is the clock stopped.
Now all of a sudden, Chaminade finds himself in a must-pass situation. White rolls out to the right. He's going to try to get rid of it. Can he do it? Oh, what a fantastic job. The Drillers chase him down, run him down. Woo! Big play by BHS. Who got him, Coach?
I believe it was big number 33 in there. Jacob Vasquez again, securing the tackle. Wonderful job of forcing the quarterback to continue to run horizontally where he can't really get rid of the football. It's hard to throw across your body, especially someone as good as the quarterback White is. He didn't want to make a mistake right there. Forced him, secured him, took him down to the ground, and a big loss, which backs him up behind the sticks to 4th and 25. So now they'll be punting basically from their goal line. The Drillers should get wonderful field position.
Man, what
out of
a
this.
crazy last 60 seconds this has been. You know, a fumble up here that none of us saw, and then what you would think was what would be a pretty deliberate offense by Chaminade to kind of grind this thing out. They throw an ill-advised pass that should have been picked off. Then they have to go for it here, and he's sacked. So a really interesting.
Well, and it all goes back to the holding call, illegal procedure, illegal shift, and then the holding call to back you up, put you behind the sticks. We talked about first down and only being a 3 or a 4-yard gain, setting up 2nd and 6. Well, the next thing you know, with the holding call, you're backed up to 2nd and 16. Then you throw a ball incomplete, and then you get sacked, and now you are where you are.
So here's a big, big punt. Everything needs to be executed perfectly by the Drillers. Here's the snap. A low punt, and it's going to take a Chaminade roll, but, you know, you never know with that shaped ball where it's going to go. 41-yard line. So the Drillers, with 4 minutes and 22 seconds, have an opportunity again to get to the end zone, and I know that you know that I know that we all know the 2 points at the end of it if they can get in. You know, it's one of these things, Kirk, where the script is kind of written now already. You got to get in the end zone, and you have to go for 2. So it's like, all right, first let's get there. It's not an if, it's an absolute. Here's the snap. They run the ball in between the hash marks. And again, it's taken by Conley.
Conley on the veer dive, bounced it outside to this right side here between the right guard and the right tackle. The A-gap, about a 3-yard gain on first down. Moran still taking his time. Vance behind the line of scrimmage calling signals out.
They stay in between the hash marks again. They get nothing. The Chaminade crowd's right below us, and they're liking what they see. And all of a sudden, just like that, it's 3rd and 7.
And you're still, again, right in the middle of the football field running the 2 veer plays. You're absolutely right in the middle of the field, so you can't really use Moran's athletic ability. Maybe to us rolling him out and moving it this way, but they just stay 2-by-2, 2 wing backs, 2 wide receivers on the line of scrimmage, orbit motion to the back, Moran on the boot.
Throws across the middle, and it's caught, so there's the first down. So we move the ball up to about the 42-yard line. Had a couple of receivers out in that area, and nice job. Goes bootlegs to the left, turns across his body like you had said earlier. That time he planted, he threw, faced up, zipped it down there. First down, Drillers.
Tough side to that short side, running to the left for that right-handed quarterback. He's really got to kick that front shoulder all the way back around to get a nice little ball, but hit his receiver and threw it to him in a nice spot.
They keep it on the ground, and it's going to be Conley again. He gets it up to about the 37-yard line. The clock is now racing if you're a Driller fan. 3 minutes, 5 seconds.
It's an eternity, man. It's an eternity.
Not to me. I'm nervous.
Don't.
Moran, 37-yard line. Moran keeps it. Gashes up to about the 32, 33-yard line.
Now you're starting to see both phases of the dive option. You got 2 people diving to attack the dive back, and now you got 2 people diving to attack Moran. So the next time they come back and run that dive option, who's going to get the pitch? And that gives them the opportunity to get the pitch to the fast man on the outside in a one-on-one situation.
Moran on a keeper, decides to cut up field. Oh, he just ran out of room in the middle of the hash. But he did pick up 5 yards, so 2:34 and counting. 28-20. Chaminade leads by 8. The Drillers trying to get pay dirt.
Chaminade making some substitutions defensively to get some fresh bodies in there. Defensively, no one out to the wide side. Now they got him matched up. Not really worried about the pass. They don't be 10 off on the coverage. Playing a soft zone.
They burrow their way up in between the hash marks. They probably pick up the first down. The whistles blow.
Great job of the fullback there. Again, keeping his feet, never really going down.
First down, Drillers. Ball at the 22-yard line.
A lot of Conley on that drive, running that
veer
inside right, veer inside left. He runs to the sideline, grabs a glass of water to take a little bit of a break, and the Drillers bring in another fullback. Ooh.
And they give it to him up the middle. And this time it's Trayvon Jackson, 143 and counting. The Drillers trail by 8, 28-20 against the Eagles of Chaminade. They are deep into the horseshoe part of the football field, staring at the BC logo. Moran, clock ticking, 128, 127, 126.
Watch the pass here.
Jones in motion. Moran decides to pitch it. He's got room. He leaps over him. What a play. And he gets to about the 12-yard line. What an athletic play that was. You've got to go to kernhigh.org to see the archive of this game. And it is an absolute classic already. Timeout on the play. Timeout on the field called by the Drillers with 1:11 left. Wow, what a play.
Blake Alzutas, the safety, sophomore, 6'1", 202, was the one that came up and really hit him when he was off the ground and hurdled the flat defender in that case. Knocked him to the ground and got a big ooh out of the crowd. Coach Gola decided to use his second timeout there with 1:11 left. Plenty of time here with the ball inside the 15-yard line, Vance. Now you got the ball in the hash where you can use Moran's athletic ability to roll to this wide side of the field if you want to, but you have had success running that veer option to that inside both of the A gaps. So the whole playbook's open and plenty of time left on the clock, and you still have one timeout left.
Coach P coming up behind us right now. He wants to see it too. All right, here we go. 1:11 left. Coach Boyer set it up. 3rd and 1. From the 14-yard line. Crowd starting to really get into it now. They're on their feet on both sides of the stadium. 3rd and 1. They punch it through. Can they get more? Can he get to the end zone? Woo! What a big, strong run by Trayvon Jackson. No huddle offense. The Drillers get on it right away. Moran right behind center. Chaminade says, okay, we'll go with this defense. 59 seconds and counting. Moran. Oh, and they jump on it quickly. Beautiful read. They read it perfectly. And, of course, it's Kyle Bilchik again. The stud linebacker got in there and made it count.
Bilchek made a little decision on his own whether it was called or not. He was running through the A-gap. I'm going to go get me some of that.
Here we go.
Knocked it off track and backed it up about 1.5 yards.
Moran pitches, this time to the corner. Ball is out.
Oh, no.
And it's going to be Chaminade. A big hit. And the Drillers' drive stopped. A big hit out there by Steve McIntosh. The free safety junior came up and made the big hit. And, of course, Kyle Bilch was in there as well. So the Driller drive stopped at the goal line. Couple of big hits and some big fumbles in this second half, haunting the Drillers. So now with 26 seconds left, Chaminade, with an 8-point lead right now, just needs to secure that football deep in their own territory, and they do. And they go down on one knee. Wow, what a football game.
Real good football game on both sides, and it always comes back to you can look at the penalties and the different things that happen throughout the football game, but when you lose the turnover battle, that's typically going to take you down as another loss, and it did for the Drillers tonight in a very, very well-played game, Vance.
Well, we saw a certain level of high play here, like a high level of play. We saw a lot of mistakes here and there, but, there were some good things that came from both sides of the football. We won't see Chaminade again this year, but we will see the Drillers on KernHigh.org. Let's talk about our Bakersfield team. What'd you like?
I thought first and foremost that typical Bakersfield High School driller of come and be physical on defense. We're going to run what we run offensively and being able to execute. I think you got to clean up some penalties. A really great call with the fake punt there in the third quarter and a great opportunity to extend that drive. But there were just way too many penalties, Vance, and way too many turnovers tonight for the Drillers to come away with a victory.
Coach Gola has some things he'll be happy with. He'll certainly go to the chalkboard and start talking about a couple of other things. The score, 28-20. Chaminade, Coach Coruscant comes up, gets a win. I know that they thought maybe this was just kind of a preparation game for their league, but I know that they're a pretty happy squad. They're going to go home tonight in this bus ride and be pretty stoked.
Well, I think when you look at any time you come out of your section to go play a football game, to come into this atmosphere, into this beautiful stadium, which is a gem, probably one of the better stadiums these guys will play in all year, the ability to come on the road and play a quality opponent like the Bakersfield High School Drillers and get a victory on the road, that's great for your football team going forward. Now they move to 3-1, and the Drillers move to 2-1 coming off the bye. The one good thing is that today's a Thursday, so they'll have Friday to get to work, Saturday, and then next week they'll move on to the schedule and how it goes. But it's a great game for both teams, two really classy organizations, and obviously two teams you'll see that'll be very, very competitive later in the season in the playoffs.
The Kern High School District, Pabst Solar and Communications, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, and Premier Lighting are great sponsors of this great presentation we give you. But we also have Tony's Pizza, the Tony's Pizza Player of the Game. The T-shirt now says Player of the Week. Kevin Willey, our production guru behind the camera. We have you have 33% of the vote, Kevin, so get your microphone, turn it on, and let's talk about it. Last week was somewhat controversial. Which one are you here? Is this you?
Yeah. That's
all right, here we go. So Tony's Pizza Player of the Game, you've got 1% more, so you'll go last. Kevin, when you were looking at the game tonight, what are some of the, who'd you look at? What did you like?
Well, as you know, we tried a little something new today. We added a second camera. So I've been busy running back and forth, and I think my player of the game is going to be KB for his fine camera work on our second camera over there.
Is there food involved?
While he's calling the game.
Kevin has become an expert at deferring his 33%. Last week,
don't worry, I'll take his percent.
I know I'm going to give it to you, but last week it's Shafter Foothill, and he tries to pawn it off on Brian. You know what? Regroup, because tomorrow night. Tomorrow night you've got to give 33%, Kevin.
My vote goes to the quarterback.
Moran, all right.
I mean, he kind of led the charge. Some of the other guys just had some great plays, but he kind of steered it. You guys are talking a lot about the defense and how good the defense was going to be. they had some problems. Offense had some problems, but he was there all the time.
So Kevin's going with Moran, Josh Moran. I'll throw my name out there, and then you're going to have to make a big decision tonight. His 33% is with his 33% is with the quarterback. I'm personally going to go. My guy is going to be Joseph Conley. I'm going to go with the workhorse that they put the football in to move that line and to move that defensive back. So he has Moran. I have Conley. You're 34%.
Here we go. Caden Ochoa, the biggest play of the football game. Tip, pick, 6. I think it sparked him energetically on the sidelines, really gave him a big burst down the sidelines. Caden Ochoa, big number 12 with a pick 6. Touchdown, pick 6.
I like it. I love the fact that 3 different players are in the deal. But hang on, I've got to show you the new T-shirt. The new T-shirt is, check this out, Tony's Pizza $20 gift certificate, and the Tony's Pizza, check that out, Player of the Week. And it's got the Tony Pizza logo in there, and a $20 gift certificate goes to
number 12.
Number 12, Caden Ochoa gets the Tony's Pizza Player of the Game. Very quickly, we're going to get out of here because we've got to tear this down and get ready for tomorrow night. Last thought, Clovis at Stockdale, what do you expect?
I think it's going to be an explosive game. Obviously, Clovis has had a lot of success against those guys up and down the valley the last couple of years. I think Stockdale's primed and ready to make a big spot. I think it's a big opportunity for them to step up on the dance floor and make an announcement to where they are and who they are in the southern section. But Clovis is going to bring it. I think we've got a great one tomorrow night.
Cannot wait. On behalf of the Kern High School District, Stan Green, thank you so much. Kevin Willie, Kirk Boyer, myself, Vance Palm, we look forward to tomorrow night. We'll be at Stockdale. Great game tonight. BHS almost came out and put away the Eagles of Chaminade, but Chaminade hangs on. But a great game for the city and for the Kern High School District. On behalf of everybody, we'll see you tomorrow night, Clovis at Stockdale. Good night.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special.